Hello, everyone, and welcome to the continuation of LHYNX Division Gaming League, the first VR chat-based competitive gaming league ever. Tonight's matchup is Game 2 of the Rainbow Six Siege series and features Team Void versus Team Red Zone. I'm your shoutcaster, Zammer, here with my co-shoutcaster, Drift, and we will be calling the match as it happens live here on the official LDGL Twitch channel and Livestream. The livestream will also once again be managed by the league's co-owner and manager, Mahidrian. Tonight's matchup is actually a rematch of last week's competition between these two teams, which saw a victorious Team Void dominate and sweep Team Red Zone. Rosters of the participating teams will be displayed shortly as we get this show on the road. Tonight's rules will be closely following R6 Pro League rules and regulations. Tonight's map selection is as follows. Map 1 is Clubhouse, as selected by Team Red Zone, who will be defending first. Map 2 is Border, as selected by Team Void. And map 3, if necessary, is Cafe Dostoyevsky, as selected by Team Red Zone. This should be yet another extremely exciting stream, and we're thrilled to have everyone participating and watching. As we'll be announcing throughout the stream, if you are interested in joining our server and league or becoming a partner, you can stay linked in by joining the server. The server link is featured on our social media platforms, or you can type !Discord in the Twitch chat and follow the link. Please feel free to show your positivity and love for the stream and the server by commenting in the chat. following us on social media, and sharing the server link. Now, without any further delay, let's get into the action. Let the rematch commence. All right, Drift. Wow, we are in for another extremely exciting matchup tonight, wouldn't you say, my friend?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. I get to watch this firsthand as it happens. I'm really excited to be here and kind of give my own 2 cents in some Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, I mean, and last night we had an Overwatch game. It was an extremely exciting game between Team Void and Team Misfits, and we saw Team Void continue their domination here between the communities. And you got to call some of the Overwatch action that was happening last night, but now we're going into some Siege territory, which I would say is much more familiar to both you and I.
Yeah, very much so. It'll be. I've always loved watching. It was probably one of the first games I ever loved watching on a pro scene, just because of the over the head house view and being able to see two people on the different sides of the wall, and you know something's about to happen, and anticipation starts to build. Ooh, I get hyped thinking about it.
Dude, this is going to be extremely exciting. I really like the way that we're able to actually watch everything go down too, as well with how Siege has it laid out. So it's going to be really exciting. Now, to fill you in on what you may have missed last week, you probably went back and rewatched the match. But we got to
Maybe.
see we got to see Team Void play against Team Red Zone, and we saw a totally one-sided game in a way here between these two teams. Team Void really
I seem to be lost him for just a moment. His mic kind of cut out. Maybe just a second until we go ahead and
block.
bring him back.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Is everything
There
okay?
you go.
All right, can
Technical
you guys hear me?
difficulty. Let's
Hello?
go.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen with the stream. Eventually you're gonna run into it. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, you're back
Okay.
now.
All right, cool. Okay, so I'm back. So where did I last leave off? Where did you guys last hear me?
Talk about last week's match. I was kind of a one-sided sweep there with Void
That's
coming
right.
in.
That's right. Well, it was, and that's why I was talking about it. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup tonight to see how Team Red Zone is going to battle back here against Team Void if they plan to do so. Now, as we were seeing in the interviews and as we were talking to the players last week, Team Void really brought it. They really practiced. They were very engaged and they were very coordinated. They were coordinated very well across the entire team. And that's something that we saw Team Red Zone lack a little bit in. And so I think it's going to be interesting to see how Team Red Zone is going to start their coordination process and implement their strategies that I'm sure they've been working on in the time since, because they really want to try and make this a competitive series against Team Void. And I'm sure Team Void wants a little bit of competition as well to make it much more interesting, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely wanted to make sure that it comes down to the defense first. It's kind of crazy how over the years they've kind of changed how the game's played. You used to flip flop back and forth, and I really think that affects the meta when you have one team when you're really the home team defending first. And it can come down to the map pick. One team may know map better than another. Even if it's a little bit of skill gap, you can kind of outsmart them when it comes to the map. So hopefully that plays in Red Zone's favor this time around.
That's right. I would definitely say that the map selection process is key when it comes to these games, and it's a good point that you brought up where Team Void is actually going to be attacking in this first map, and Team Red Zone is going to get to defend first. And Team Red Zone also had the first map selection in this series, so. Team Void, we only got to see them attack a little bit in the previous series against these teams, or between these two teams. So Team Red Zone is going to get to defend, which we also didn't really get to see a lot of either last week. So I would say that that defending for Team Void is their specialty. So it's going to be quite a matchup to see how Team Void is going to respond attacking first, and how if 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 it's at all possible, if Team Red Zone is going to be able to use the defending to their best abilities and really get on the board early here and get up early against Team Void, because they really need to start really strong in this series if they want to try and have any kind of competitive advantage against Team Void. So that's something that we're definitely looking forward to, and something a little different here too, as you're going to see very shortly with the team rosters. The team captain for Void, I believe, is actually going to be coaching this time around. And or just on the sideline. They switched up some players. So the team captain for Void is now sidelined, and they brought in a new player. We're going to get to see them in action very soon here. But just some roster switch ups. So a little different here going into the next game. It's going to be really fun to see.
Yeah, definitely some new blood on the battlefield, and that could make break a game depending on what's there and what's not.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we saw that the first map here is going to be Clubhouse. Again, we're playing Bomb. This is R6. Pro League rules, same as last week, and we can kind of see that Team Void changed up some of their names to look like the Pro League.
Yeah.
There's been some coordination here between all the players, and they've added their little Void name after all of their names, something that is very familiar in R6 Pro League. So I don't know if this is maybe a strategy to get in Team Red Zone's head, or maybe they're just really excited about how they played last week and they feel really confident in their abilities, and maybe this will work in their favor. I don't know.
Yeah. No, definitely, it's a good morality booster when you take a win home. You're like, you know what, we are a pretty good team. Let's go ahead and unify in here.
For sure, man. Now, okay, I really want to point out really quickly, we saw complete domination last week, once again, with Team Void against Team Red Zone, and I would say that the two top players that we saw perform very well for Team Void were Klee and Twixu. So these are two guys, two key essential players on Team Void that we are definitely going to want to look out for and watch them throughout the matchup, because they played a very key part in Team Void's domination victories last week. Now, again, pretty much the same kind of lineup we have with Team Red Zone. And again, experience boost. We saw quite a bit of experience boost. Absolute Wholesome, Jaeger, and Cardrook is also new on Team Red Zone. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Cardrook plays. So we have a little bit of mix-ups here on both rosters, actually. So I don't know if this was a strategy play, or maybe they're trying to get all their players accustomed to coordinating with one another and getting the teams ready. But it's going to be really fun to see this matchup tonight. Clubhouse, the first map, Team Void, Team Red Zone, the rematch. Can Team Red Zone battle back against Team Void and really make this a super competitive matchup today? I am super excited, Drift.
Oh, I am too. I'm ready to watch some Siege action, man. Let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and get started. And whew,
absolutely, everybody is in, dude. Let's get it started. Mahedrian he's the manager of all this, and we're starting it, and now it has begun. We have Team Void against Team Red Zone, the rematch, Game 2 of the Rainbow Six Siege series here on LHYNX Division Gaming League.
I have to say, my favorite part of this so far is that because of the home and away teams, we actually have color coordinated more closely towards the teams. So Void is actually blue and Red Zone is all orange, but closer to red than blue is.
I would say orange is some kind of variation of red, so they are. Yeah. It is very similar to one another. They're definitely coordinated better, especially with the colors. So now we are in the operator banning phase, and we saw, I believe that was Red Zone taking the first ban here. Red Zone is going to ban Thatcher, a typical ban that you would see on this. Again, taking Thatcher out is going to really affect the attacker's ability to really get into those reinforced areas and where the bombs are and where the objectives are. So that, I would say, in general, that's a pretty smart move by Red Zone and Team
there
Void.
goes Jackal.
I know, another typical ban. Jackal and Intel Operator. Again, Jackal is now off the board, so also going to make it difficult for the attackers to gain any kind of intel on any roamers that may be going around the map. But Team Void actually banned Jackal, so I think that maybe that was some kind of just to be sure kind of ban, where it's like in case they are going to be having to defend a lot. That's something that that now the attackers won't be able to do, and that's another interesting ban. I really like your reaction on there. Kaid is now, it's either Kaid or Cade. Many people have different variations of his name, so I believe it's
technically it's Kaid. Yeah, I believe it is too. I remember when he came out, there was a hot debate.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of variations of his name, but again, mute. This is a pretty interesting ban here from either side. So that was a really smart ban by Team Void, taking Kaid off, because with those Electric Claws, it really makes it much more flexible for defenders to try and place those Electric Claws around reinforcements. But the mute That was Team Red Zone's ban, so that's a really interesting take too, which only leaves Bandit on the board really to kind of take
Yeah.
out those reinforcements.
Poor SAS, they're out of this fight.
Oh my goodness.
Both
I know,
sets are
right? Yeah.
immune.
Right now, it only leaves Sledge and Smoke left, and Smoke is actually on the board. So we have Red Zone going with the Smoke, and we're starting in Gym Bedroom again. Another, actually, I would say that this is some kind of site that usually a lot of teams don't typically go to first. I would say it's probably the third site that's chosen in a series. So that's an interesting pick for the first round to get started here.
Probably a lot of times a lot of teams like to use that the kind of the bad one, try to get it away. Hey, if we can get this one off the bat because we're all fresh into the game, we can get that one, get an L or get a not an L, get a W under the belt real quick on a harder objective.
Somebody's gonna have to get the L if the other person's getting the W. So
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no, yeah, for the defending for defending team, it's definitely good to try to see how they can do on the weakest point and then fall back into the strongest point when they really need it.
For sure, absolutely, and we see now Team Red Zone is setting up the objective. They're trying to make those rotations. Rotations are really key in this objective in particular. Another thing that typically you would see is a Mira with this kind of setup. I usually see Miras a lot on Bedroom, but there's no Mira. But we do see experience boost going Pulse, so we can probably expect somebody to be on the lower levels of the map here, trying to catch some of the roamers. They're going to be trying to try to get in from the map on other places around it. So another pretty good strategy here with the lineup of attackers for Team Void. Now I really think that they were thinking they were probably going to go Cash and not Bedroom first. So I think that maybe kind of throws off Void a little bit, but there is a way definitely to get in and break through that wall that they just pinged, as you saw, and I think that's going to be their go-to at the moment. They're really going to open that up. They're going to try a Bandit trick, and Bandit is going to be late getting to that Bandit trick, and you really got to watch out for that drone hole to the left of Bandit as well. Now nobody's watching that drone hole, but now they have the reinforcement slightly open. Callie and Ace really trying to put a hurt on Team Red Zone's defense. They were a little bit slow with that Bandit trick, and I think that's kind of throwing everybody off a little bit.
Yeah, that Ace is definitely tricky. It's different from when I mainlined. I had to do a little bit of research before we got in here. So yeah, no AC, that dropping down the wall, it's so fast, and you almost guarantee you're gonna get that first hole before Bandit can get it in, unless they're super quick.
Absolutely, and again, typically, like I said, you would usually kind of see a Mira with this kind of lineup on defense. And again, from the top there, from the hatch, Ash, that's Twixu. He's already on the board. He gets the first kill of the round, first kill of the game, and experience boost. The Pulse is now off the board, and Twixu is already on the board with a kill. So now it's a 5v4 situation. Team Red Zone is now down a player. They're down their defender out. Twixu with another kill on Jaeger, taking out the Doc, and Twixu has dropped actually, and he's taking out the team. And oh my goodness, it's just been a clear out right now. It's a 1v5 right now for Team Red Zone. Bandit stuck in one of the rooms in Bomb B trying to get it in. He's going to get a kill. He's going to take out Klee, and then he's going to take out another one. Oh,
the hole in the wall!
Through the wall.
That's siege for you. every angle.
Goodness. Wow, great coordination once again by Team Void. Again, we were kind of unsure about how Team Void was going to use their attacking strategies on a map like Clubhouse, and I really think they were trying to throw off Void. I think Red Zone was trying to throw off Void by going Bedroom, but it did not phase them at all. Again, a definitely dominant round once again by Team Void against Team Red Zone, and now we see they're switching up the sites. They're going to go Church, Arsenal Room. Red Zone chooses Church and Arsenal Room, and I think this is a pretty safe bet if you're trying to even out the series really early.
Yeah, no, that's definitely if it's get down, get low, get hunkered down. Like you said, I think that first pick for the defense was kind of just a wild card in the book, kind of get them to waste time because they weren't at a typical objective and kind of give them on their toes. But now they got to hunker down, they got to get safe, and they got to play it by the book here.
Sure. Now this is going to be interesting to see how Team Red Zone is going to defend against Team Void going Church and Arsenal Room. There's a number of ways that you can get into this objective, even though it is probably regarded as one of the more defensive objectives on this map. So I would say it's definitely more defense oriented, but it all depends on how you set up your strategy. Now, I have a number of ways I like to approach this, especially when you're trying to guard blue hallway. But it looks like they're trying to set up a specific kind of strategy where they're going to try and actually reinforce in the objectives and maybe try and make it to where Team Void is really going to have to push down those hallways and open up the hallways with the reinforcements now on them. So, and another thing that's going to be interesting to see is how above the B bomb site is going to be taken care of. And again, they're watching for the spawn peaks. Spawn peaks are very popular on this map, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to be spawn peaking this time around. There's not a ton of roamers. You could probably say Ella is a roamer. Twixu is already in the garage, but I would say that with the Mira, the Rook, the Smoke, the Bandit, there's probably going to be quite a few defenders that are staying close to the objective. And again, the attackers are going to be pretty methodical in their approach here, especially with... Now, this is a really interesting Mira setup. I actually have never seen this Mira setup before. Very interesting, and we can see Twixu has already dropped that hatch down there over in garage. So this is a pretty interesting setup so far with how they got the Miras placed, especially on blue.
Yeah, they're watching, they're calling out. They've got that made a kill box there for that Mira.
Absolutely, and this is going to make it that much more difficult for Ash. I think Ash and Mira are about ready to get into it, and Rook is now out, and again they have those. They're really thinking those Miras in, and Twixu's really rushing in, but that is not going to work out, and he's going to get taken out.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of hatch actually we're going to see, because now that we don't have Kaid, the hatches are actually open. There we go.
Right now, that's very interesting, because that Kaid ban is going to work out in Team Void's favor, because they're able to get that hatch open much more easily without the Kaid, the Electroclaws on that hatch. So now we're in a 4v4 situation. We have people chilling out in blue. We have people chilling out in dirt tunnel. They're kind of all hanging around, and I think the attacking team, I think Void here is really trying to regroup, trying to figure out the best way to approach this, especially now since Twixu is off the board.
Yeah, definitely when you had a player when they wiped out, what was a 4K on that last round, it kind of gives you momentum, and when the star goes down, it's kind of like, all right, what do we do now? That was that's the entry frag for you, though. You got to be able to function once the entry frag goes in, takes out as many as they can. It's what you got to do to follow up after.
So you saw a couple of trades there from either team. We're now in a 2v2 situation. Lily is really stepping it up, but Jaeger is going to take out Lily's teammate. Nova is now off, and now it's a 1v2 situation with Team Void. So Team Red Zone really hunkering down this time with Church Arsenal Room, and so far it's worked out. I think they know exactly where Lily may be at. Lily is pinging dirt tunnel. I think Lily knows, and that is it. Jaeger.
Yo,
holding it down.
Red Zone, let's go! Bring it back.
We have a game now, people. Team Red Zone with the round 2 victory. Church Arsenal goes to Team Red Zone. My goodness, the angles, dude. You can see the angles are key in this game. Absolutely holding it down. Jaeger, I believe, with the kill there. And 1v2 situation, something you don't typically see with Team Void. And Team Red Zone's defense comes out on top that round.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely better round for Team Red Zone, being able to actually hunker down in a kind of a classic solid situation and able to take out that first fragger, Twixu, and doing work last round. They take care of him, and then you just got to work on the rest of the team from there.
I want to say that Twixu may be an actual Ash main outside of this, because we keep seeing Twixu go Ash, and Twixu is a beast with Ash, obviously, as we've seen, but really got to kind of take it slow sometimes. I think Twixu kind of really rushed in there. I don't know if that was part of their plan, but Twixu rushed in, went off the board early, and really made it difficult for the rest of their team to try and coordinate some kind of attacking strategy against Red Zone. So I think the name of the game here is slow and steady, and really just trying to understand each other's strategies and ideas going into each round. So I don't know if Twixu plans each round to do that, but I don't know. This is super exciting though with Red Zone now making this a game. This is very.
So I did notice they blocked off garage there. I know some people like to leave that soft and roam out to the garage, and they're just locking it down and making sure every hatch and cranny is closed off to them.
Stay clear of the blast.
So that's gonna pretty much, as I said, there's Twixu already in the garage. Gonna make the headroom of that, but there's gonna be a hard wall that he's gonna get through to get to them. Oh, we got the bandit. Oh, bandit goes down on the bandit trick. Completely exposed there. Got taken out by Klee. Pick me. Got IQ underneath. Give him the information. Still gonna block him out a little bit of the smoke action there. Yep. So giving up the main objective though, but they're watching on the mirror, it's keeping them back from getting that forward push into the main objective with the smoke and whatnot. Oh, got a reverse plant coming out from Thermite. I don't even know if Team Red Zone knows it. Oh, no, they do. Oh, there is it down. Oh, but the diffuser. Diffuser is not down, so now they have control over the diffuser.
Okay.
There you are, Zach. Yo, I had to fill real quick. Welcome back. The other technical difficulty. Okay. So we have a diffuser dropped in the middle of nowhere right now. They went to do a reverse plant with Thermite, and it did not go in Void's favor at all.
Oh, okay. All right. My apologies for that technical difficulties. It's funny. The first two streams we really don't have anything, and now everything is getting thrown at us. I really need to just invest in a new computer because my computer just decided that I shouldn't be connected to the internet anymore. So, but I'm back online and I'm here with you guys now. So 3v4 situation. Thanks for taking over, Drift. I really appreciate it. Again, another situation we don't typically see Team Void in. They are down 3-4 right now. It's a 1-1 round, and now it's 3-3. You gotta watch out for
the drone hole. I've been
Kinda
taken out through
watch
that
out.
drone hole personally several times. I absolutely hate that drone hole.
Oh my goodness! I really don't think the defending team saw that coming. Now they're getting the plant off. Klee is going. It looks like yes, Klee gets the diffuser planted, and now we're in a 3v2 situation. You know how the tables have turned here, and now Experience Boost and Jaeger are going to be in a clutch situation against 3 of some really good Team Void players. You can see that everybody's trying to hold some angles here. 2v1 situation. Experience Boost is going to take the one repelling off. Now I think Experience Boost knows that you got to be careful not to expose yourself too much. And oh
And
my
there it
goodness,
goes!
Experience Boost with the clutch, and Team Red Zone is going to get the defuse, and they're going to take round number 3. Team Red Zone is upsetting Team Void right now. What a clutch by
Let's
Team Red Zone.
go! Yo, we got a game. We're ready to go. Ah, wow.
Oh my goodness. Well, I was going to say you've really got to be careful. Experience Boost just slightly exposing himself with the reload, but he was able to get that flick off. What a beautiful flick. And he was able to take out the rest of the team, took the one that was repelling on the side, took the one that was chilling out in garage, and got that defuse. And now we have a game. Team Red Zone is in the lead right now against Team Void. Can you believe this?
You know what? I do believe it. I feel like they got a fire after last week, and they're like, you know what? We cannot let that happen again. We got to put up a fight and maybe even take this win this time around.
Absolutely.
So I'm definitely ready for it.
This is super entertaining. I'm glad that my internet decided to actually come back on right before that, so we were able to call that together. But oh my goodness, round number 3, what a round. One for the books for sure. We haven't typically seen a lot of clutch situations in this series so far, so that was very entertaining to watch. And now we are in round number 4, and we're back in Gym Bedroom. This was the first round that Team Red Zone really struggled defending with, and Team Void really did very well going on in. Twixu really with the rush, taking some of the players out from Hatch, and again, they were able to get some of the reinforcements down on this particular bomb site. So how is Red Zone going to defend this round, and what are they going to do differently here? And again, as I stated in the first round, typically you would see a mirror with this kind of setup, and sure enough, Jaeger with the mirror.
Yeah, that was definitely the first thing I did notice as well. Kind of, they brought the mirror in that time, kind of a better typical play there. They're probably going to learn from the first round of not just letting Twix just walk right in and take the place. Probably defend a little bit against that and watch those angles which they were before.
Really got to watch Twix, and again, I think they want to be more coordinated in this approach again. Last round, I feel like they probably had that round in the books, but they just something fell apart, and Experience Boost took them out, was picking them off one by one. And again, I think we're seeing a similar approach to the first round with the hatch getting blown open. They're droning out the areas. Again, drones are very key in this game. Drones are super helpful, but you can see that Mira setup now. Watching, they're gonna get this. They're gonna get this reinforcement open with the Ace, and now, but they got that Mira set up so they can easily watch them coming into that particular side of the map.
Yeah.
But another thing that you would typically see is maybe you don't reinforce both of those walls, but you reinforce one, put the mirror on it, leave the other one open, so you can shoot through it. But
So
they
there's-
reinforced both of them, so it's just specifically, strictly intel from that point.
Yeah, there's no counter push or kind of denial there from the Mira to stop anything from like that happening.
For sure, and as you can see now, they got the Habana. There's nothing on that Mira either. No bandits were placed on that reinforcement where the Mira was. So Habana was able to shoot that Mira, and actually, a Mira actually shot down the actual mirror. So now that's open. So now they're gonna have to take a different approach here. Nobody's really gonna be able to chill in the bathroom now, and now we're gonna start to see some gunfights as everybody's kind of closing in on one another. Nova taking a lot of damage. Twixu starting to take some damage. We're in a 5v4 situation. Nova is gonna come out on top. Smoke is now off the board for Team Red Zone. We're down to almost a minute remaining now. We're really starting to see the domination once again. Klee going to be taking out Mightiest Moto, and so now Ella is off the boards. Those are two pretty big key operators that are now off for Team Red Zone. Ayana with the fake Ayana running in, and again, we're starting to see some more trades happening. Experience Boost is going to take out Lily, but Mitch is going to take out Jaeger, so now we're in a 4v2 situation, down to 43 seconds remaining. 2v1 situation, we have somebody down. Experience Boost is down. He's going to have to get revived, but it's not going to be enough. Twixu is going to finish him off, and we are in another 4v1 situation. Nova is getting the plant down, and Twixu, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Team Void is back in it.
Yeah, definitely it's stood around that objective site. It's just not easy. It's a few windows, and they changed it a little bit, but you know, it's definitely hard. You've got a hatch above, staircase, and when you're off site, to get the site that the team already has and come back, it's an uphill fight, especially for that bandit coming up the stairs.
Sure, absolutely. I would totally agree with you. You know, Bedroom and Gym, particularly why it's one of the last two maps picked out of all four, or the last two objective sites, particularly out of all four, is because it is actually relatively challenging to try and defend, as we can see, because Team Red Zone has gone there twice now, and they have lost both of their games. Both of their rounds right now have been losses on Bedroom and Gym, but we can see they're going back to Church and Arsenal Room, so maybe they can try and regroup here. They were very strong in this particular location, so maybe they can try and regroup, get the game swinging back in their favor with this one.
So I did see we had a Mira, but then was switched out for Echo. You know, Echo is my favorite. I gotta love his little drones. They're great.
Oh yeah.
Now,
so that Echo is really helpful. Echo can be very helpful, you know, because it's also interesting to know, because Team Void, they were definitely able to get a plant down in the first round that they won, and then the second round they were about ready to get that plant down, but Twixu was able to get the kill off, and everybody was eliminated. So it was
cheeky little drone.
That
you see that? It was the top of the vent.
I did see that. I usually like to go to the top of the vents on the other side of blue, but that's a pretty interesting place right there. Wow.
Geez. So they did switch out. I did notice too. They don't have the information gathering from Mira, but they do have a Maestro instead. So
okay, now did you happen to see where any of those Maestros were actually placed? I'm thinking that maybe one of them may be placed in kitchen upstairs. Maybe try and get some nitro cells thrown up underneath. But really, the only operators here that have nitro cells is Bandit. So Bandit has the only nitro cell out of everybody here for the defenders. So I don't know if Bandit's going to want to use that nitro where Buck is trying to go in right now. It looks like Bandit's just going to chill out underneath one of the hatches, and we're already starting to see some action from the hatch there. And Klee is going to take out Experience Boost, who is the one who actually clutched just a couple rounds ago and got Red Zone on the board. So I don't know. This is a pretty interesting start of round 5 so far here. 2-2 Void against Red Zone, and we're starting to see some more intel gathering there with the Echo, but the Echoes are going to get taken out the more that they're seen. But getting used, definitely getting used and slowing down the attack of Void right now.
Yeah, definitely slowing down that momentum of Void is a big advantage for Team Red Zone here, because when Void gets that momentum, they kind of just run in and they capitalize it. Now right now we get Echo looking at his poor arm and doesn't know he's on camera. Oh no.
Well, it's an interesting setup there with Echo just chilling right there in dirt. You really got to be careful. Some of these operators are running with frags, and it's easy kill, especially after getting droned out in dirt tunnels. So how is Jaeger going to respond here with this? And it looks like Bandit is kind of trapped underneath one of the hatches here.
Oh, but
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Absolute Folsom is going to get the trade on that. And Twixu looks like he's going to try and run back in, but no, the shotgun of Smoke is going to take out Twisty. We're in a 3v3 right now. Smoke kind of spraying and praying right now, kind of panicking. And now they're all kind of cooped up into one particular location. Let's see. It looks like Habana's trying to make a way into the objective. Habana is now in the objective, and now Nova, once again with the diffuser, is planting.
Attackers are
Nova is going to get that plant off.
Oh,
and now
no,
we have
here we go, right
45
below him.
seconds. Oh my goodness, what great plays. I think.
Flanked.
Oh my goodness. Team Void battling back. And this is still a game, people. But my goodness, Team Void really seemed to take those 2 losses personally.
Yeah, the IQ kind of rotated there, and the Bandit was just not ready for somebody to be on the other side. Probably typically assuming that everybody was clustered on that same side from that push, and just was not expecting anybody to come up behind there.
I really feel like the diffuser getting planted probably threw off the rest of the teammates on red zone. Because, you know, especially if you have those turned on in the game where you get the notification that the diffuser has been planted, it can be kind of hectic because then it's like, okay, you know, we really got to figure something out. We got to find out where these other ops are, and we really got to get that diffuser taken out. So I feel like when it got planted, that probably threw off Team Red Zone. It was just enough to allow Team Void to step on in and really take over. Great job by Team Void getting that diffuser down, but Team Red Zone is not out of it. They have lost. Now they have lost Church and Arsenal, but now they are back in cash room here. So gonna be, this is a, oh, you know what? Okay, I know what Bandit's doing. Bandit's just destroying that wall. Now this is an interesting setup though, because Bandit just used his one and only nitro cell, which by the way is the only nitro cell out of everybody else on on his team, and knowing that at least Maestro or Legion has impact grenades. I don't know if that was the smartest move by Bandit to just use that nitro cell on that wall. Now blowing up that wall and putting the reinforcements on it's going to make it easier to listen for Bandit tricking about when some hard breaches may be put up. Yeah, so it's going to make it easier for Bandit, because I believe Bandit here maybe will try to Bandit trick, because now Void knows exactly where this objective is. They have Callie in the back. Callie is going to try and take out that reinforcement, trying to actually make it more difficult for Bandit to keep the bandits up. But Bandit actually put up some bandits in the garage, but it's not going to be enough. Now this is a really cheeky angle there by Wholesome. But you got to be careful, because Callie has that scope. It makes it really easy to see into the objective. But again, I don't really know if that nitro cell, using that nitro cell on that wall when you can use impact grenades, was the smartest move.
Ooh, there it goes.
There it is.
Yo, those bombs, the bombs always have interesting angles around them. I know there's a few maps where you can peer through like the cracks of the bomb and really see some cheeky angles.
That was a very cheeky angle, and I didn't know if it was going to work out for Wholesome, but it did. He takes out Klee, and now we're in a 4v4 situation. Still 3-2. Team Void now in the lead, and Jaeger actually is now out. So Legion is off the board. So now 4v4. Gonna be interesting to see how Team Void approaches this. There's a variety of different ways that these ops can get into the objective. They're really kind of approaching it from all angles right now, and really trying to take out Bandit. Bandit's still not taking any damage right there, but Noah being very careful. One of the attackers for Void is in the garage right now, I believe. That was Twixu, and Twixu is going to take out Frost. Now we're in a 4v3, and then Ash is going to step on in and take out Wholesome. So now Bandit is off with the cheeky angles. No more cheeky angles. Now I believe they're going to try to make the push here and try to get the defuse down. They're really throwing in the flashbangs, and now Nova once again going down with the defuse. Maestro trying to take out the players in the back. Not going to be enough. Twixu is going to take him out. Twixu again is going to take him out, and Twixu with the dominant plays. Team Void all around dominant in this round, and now they're starting to pull away a little bit here from Team Red Zone.
Yeah, it's definitely once that momentum is kind of gained, once they really get that Bandit out of the room and they knew that room was clear, they just capitalized on it and moved in an entire squad. I'm pretty sure all 4 people entered the room at the same time.
Yeah, they really pushed together very well. Now those angles that we saw by Wholesome, really making it interesting there, taking out Klee at the beginning of the round. Didn't know how well that was going to work out for Wholesome, and there was really no bandits that I know of that was actually put up on that reinforcement, so it made it that much easier for Team Void to attack. Now we have swapped. We have swapped sides. We have swapped sides, everybody. We have swapped sides, and now Team Void is going to be defending, and Team Red Zone is going to be attacking. And we can see Team Void has chosen to go CCTV cache, the same place that we just were. That Team Red Zone unfortunately lost that round. Round 6 goes to Team Void. We're in a 4-2 game right now. Team Void looking to end it and end it while defending as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's see how the defending rounds go. Definitely, it's a good, strong point. Now, I do see a Flores, and correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a good minute. He has the explosive drone, right?
Right, yes. Now, it takes time for it to detonate, but yes, he does have the explosive drone, which I believe that Red Zone may have predicted that this was going to be the first objective location that Team Void was going to go to, and I believe Flores may actually try to, you know, that little drone hole next to the reinforcements.
The one I hate, yeah.
Yes, in CCTV, the one where we actually saw one of the players go out to. I believe that they're going to try and make their way. I believe Flores is going to try and make his way into that drone hole and take out the bandits. They're probably most likely going to be placed on that reinforcement right there. And we can see Klee is actually setting it up right now. He's setting the bandits pretty close to one another. A very interesting play, especially if you have a Maverick. If the attacking team has Maverick, they try to get to the bandits from the bottom, and there's no mute. Remember, mute has been banned, so it's going to be that much easier for Flores with his drone to get into the objective. But you can see there's a number of ways that the attacking team here, that Red Zone, is going to try to approach this objective, and there's been nothing placed on that side wall, and it looks like Thermite is going to try and take that wall out as well. Jaeger with the thermites, and he has the thermite detonated, and they're going to get that wall open. The hatch is also open on the other side of the room, so they're trying to really push here from bedroom, try and make a good push there from bedroom. These shields are going to come in handy though for the defending team, but Flores is going to be able to take out those shields as well with as he detonates that drone.
Yeah, definitely a good thing to take out those frost mats early on. Sometimes, you know, players know, but they sometimes forget. Hop through a window, hop over a shield, and the next thing you know, you're laying on the ground.
Absolutely, no, totally. I think Frost and Capcan, a lot of people will generally actually look over those ops and really not try to take them out early, and they end up going through it, and they end up going down to it, or worse, end up getting killed and losing the round. So definitely taking those traps out early in the round helps, and especially calling those out to your teammates are also key. So we can see Finka though. Team Red Zone has decided to go with Finka to try and give the Finka boost, the health boost to the players, which could come in handy for Team Red Zone, especially when they get into those gunfights. But we can see Pulse trying to take out some of the Red Zone players. Pulse with the intel, with the heartbeat monitor, trying to find exactly where those Team Red Zone players are. They're still trying to slowly make their push. Jaeger is going to get the kill on Lily, so Legion is now off the board, and now it's the 4v5 situation for Team Void. And now Mitch has traded. Mitch is going to be taking out Flores, so Flores with his bombs are no longer
there we go with the frost mats.
There's the frost mat. And Klee is going to finish off Gridlock right there, and now Void is now on top. Oh, how the tables have turned yet again. 4v2 situation, 4v1 situation. Klee and Mitch really going off here, and now it's all up to experience boost. He's clutched before. Can he clutch again? It's a 1v4 situation. It's not going to be enough. Klee is going to get the kill, and Team Void is going to take yet another round here against Team Red Zone.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting round to watch. You know, a lot of the plays that we had coming in, it definitely seemed like it was going to have a good push, but then it falter here and there, and then you had the pressure from the Pulse underneath kind of popping toes with the C4 and trying to keep the players on their toes and, well, off their feet with that frost mat.
Dude, you are full of the puns today, man. You were great yesterday, and now we're back with it again. I love the Pulse puns, man. They're super funny. But I'm with you. It looked like it was starting to be a pretty decent push for Team Red Zone, but again, you had the pressure of the Pulse and those traps. Those traps are key, man. They helped super well for Team Void in their defense, but you really got to watch out for those traps. You really got to communicate those to your teammates. Again, that really helps in the droning phase. If you're droning out first, definitely find those traps and communicate them to your teammates so they know exactly where they're at. And that ended up being part of the downfall of Team Red Zone that round.
Yeah, nowadays I definitely feel like there's a bunch of traps and gadgets that have to be dealt with. I mean, they had to invent something for the Gone 6 just to get rid of gadgets because they've become so overwhelming for the attacking team at this point.
Absolutely. Now we can see starting to see the operator picks by the other teams here, and we can see that Klee is going to go Vigil, so we can definitely assume that he is going to be roaming around the map. He's got a suppressor on the K1A right there. That's a pretty interesting take for Vigil, but can be pretty helpful in trying to remain concealed and trying to remain secretive while roaming your way around the map. And we can also see a relatively similar matchup, relatively similar lineup with Team Red Zone in their attack. We have this is really interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Twixu is going to take out the Thermite early in the round, something that we saw last week. If you were able to watch the games, we were able to see that Void is very good in taking out these players early on in the round. Lily going to be taking out Finka, and now Red Zone is in a very bad situation early here in the game. 5v3, Team Red Zone down 3 more players. 3 more ops only remaining, and now we can see Vigil up on the top floor. Probably going to get into it here with some of the attackers of Red Zone, and not a good start for Team Red Zone here in round number 8.
Yeah, now that their heart breach is gone, it's definitely going to be the only soft option for them, and it's just going to be funnel neck and try to get around. And ooh, we had one of them just slip on by just then, part of that stealth.
We can see that obviously, since there's no way for anybody to, and I don't think Zofia is aware, but Vigil and Zofia were very close, but it doesn't matter. Twixu just gonna pop out of nowhere and take out Zofia, but Zofia and Vigil were very close to one another, and Vigil, as we can see, using those, oh my goodness, again, exactly how that works. He throws those impacts on the ground, he's watching it from above, he's watching that room from above, a very typical, very popular thing to see on this particular map. So we can see Vigil with the roaming skills taking out some of the players on Red Zone, and now it's a 1v5 situation. Yet again, absolute wholesome. The Cali is going to have to try and clutch up for his team to prevent it being 6-2, and I don't know how likely this is going to be.
Oh man, ran right into Twixu. Slip blast 3, ran right into Crixu.
Oh my goodness. Twixu, again, just complete domination. And I feel like Cali was maybe just trying to say, screw it, I'm just going to run on in and see what happens. But Cali was not aware. Running in with their actual sniper, I would have switched to the secondary. That would have been a lot better with the CQB action against Twixu. But I don't know if Cali knew that Twixu was sitting right there in the hallway. But even so, you could see that that Vigil right there was able to get the kill with Team Red Zone, and that is where the diffuser was. So Vigil at a complete advantage there with just having the diffuser right below him, and he was able to actually watch that diffuser. And Cali, if Cali wasn't going to kill everybody on the other team and eliminate the other team, she would have had to try to plant, but that was just not going to be possible with Vigil watching it from above. So very smart plays here by Team Void. We are in a match point situation. Team Void 6-2 right now over Red Zone. Now we're going bar and stock room. This is a really interesting location. I don't usually see that. This is only the second map or second or third map that Void has picked while defending, or the location, second or third location. Trying to think.
Honestly, I lost track, man. We were hopping back and forth about what was going on. But hey, we do have a Maverick coming in.
I feel like this is the third location for Team Void. They won Cash, they won Church. There is a lot of action going on. It's kind of throwing everything off.
10 seconds.
But it's been super fun to follow. We're about ready to start the match point round here.
Happening.
Oh my goodness. They're just not even they're not even letting Red Zone have a chance.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
But again, if you're Red Zone, you got picked off 2 people early, picked off in the last round. You got to watch out for these spawn peaks. So
punished.
As I say that, Absolute Wholesome is going to take out Twixu. My goodness. And now Red Zone with the advantage here early in the round, 5v4. That's the high risk, high reward kind of thing that you take while spawn peeking sometimes.
You know, watching Maverick cut is great. It's something satisfying about it. Yo, Maverick's one of my mains, so when I see him get some, okay, so the drone let him know. Get away. My man just kept away.
Ooh. Everybody's just kind of running across things.
Ooh.
Some of the crossfire, and I think, oh my goodness, Callie again with the other gun. Absolutely Wholesome really coming in. Klee is now down. 4v5 situation, technically a 3v5 situation. I don't know if Doc is going to be able to get down there and get the teammate. We'll see. Doc is in about that position, but it's not going to be enough. Klee is now out 3v5 right now, and now it's a 3v4 with Lily getting the kill on Cardrook right there.
Oh, we got a plant.
The plant is down, and that puts the pressure on Team Void right now. 3v2, Team Void looking to clutch up. Mitch going to be able to revive himself.
Experience is down, but not out. Just gotta get that revive.
Defenders have located the diffuser.
Is he by himself on that side?
It looks like it. Now, this is a very smart play here by Nova with the smokes. Now, you got to be careful that you don't want to injure your teammate, but oh my goodness, Thermite's running on in, and now we're seeing it right in now. Oh my goodness, we're in a 1v1 situation, but experience is down. It's not going to be enough, though. Or will it? Let's see, it's coming down to the seconds. And the attackers are gonna win that in red zone with the plant. With the plant on this surprising location where Team Void decided to go, and red zone really took it to him. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think that Thermite sacrificed himself for the time of good. Just running in there and just making them stall as much as possible.
Absolutely, dude. At that time when you have the plant down, you just want to play time. You really just want to play time, and that's exactly what Team Red Zone did. And they're able to get another round back and slow down the momentum of Team Void. It's now 6-3, still match point situation, but Team Void losing that last round. What a play by Team Red Zone. Something that we weren't really expecting. We were really expecting Team Void to finish that up, but prompts to Team Red Zone for really taking it to Void that last round. And now it's a 6-3 game.
Yeah, no, it's definitely exciting to see them bring it back. I definitely want to see the most runs as possible, you know, and say be here all night. But, you know, that's some siege action. That's what I like to see. I like to see back and forth and definitely get a different match than we had last week.
Sure, dude, I am totally with you on that. And now something that's really interesting to see this time around is the return of the shields. Something that we saw last week, Void was really adamant about banning the shield operators because Red Zone really like to use them, and it looks like Red Zone is going back to those shield ops for this next round. Jaeger with the Monty coming in. Montaigne is going to be used in some way, shape, or form this upcoming round. Monty actually starting with the diffuser, so maybe we'll try to see another quick plant happening. I'm not really sure, but the use of the shield operators may end up throwing off Team Void, so we'll see how they react to that.
Yeah, probably like a turtle shell kind of
More
plant.
spawn peaks. More spawn peaks. Twixie with all the spawn peaks. Let's see if somebody goes out early to this. We can see the silhouettes of some of the attacking team on red zone, but really they're spawning in different places. Twixie not able to really pick anybody off. Nobody really spawning over in that area where Twixie is looking. So I think Twixie is going to probably move away. Yeah, no, very smart with the runouts. You want to watch out, especially on this particular objective. You want to watch out for the runouts there. Now, we're starting to see some action here. Callie taken out here, and Twixie are going to be throwing out going to try and throw out a Valcam. But Callie is now watching that window, knows exactly where Twixie's at. Twixie would be smart to move away from that window now. You got Callie down a little bit, so at that point, just kind of let it be. Find another gunfight, find a different, better angle, but we'll see what happens here. Still 5v5, almost a little over 2 minutes remaining here. Match point, if Void wins this, they win the first game. A very exciting first game. So far, it's been a pretty back and forth, something that we didn't get to see last week. But still 5v5 situation under 2 minutes remaining. And they're really still trying to figure out, Team Red Zone really trying to figure out the best way to get into the map right now.
Yeah, I just realized they don't have a hard breach. There's no hard breach on the team of Red Zone.
No hard breacher. They went Callie, but I think they subbed out that hard breacher for the Monty. So they're trying to figure out the best way to get into the map and make the way over to the objective. But you can see Twixie running around, coming around. Absolute Wholesome going to get a kill. Somebody hanging out up in garage, and Nova is now off the board. That's the smoke. Twixie has to be careful because Absolute Wholesome able to get some angles there, and you can see Monty and his teammates are starting to make their way over to the bomb sites. They've made their way in the map and they're trying to make their way over to the bomb sites. There's a lot of gunfire though, a lot of guns aimed on that specific doorway. Absolute Wholesome is going to go out to Twixie, and that's a trade that we probably saw coming as with the foreshadowing happening.
Oh, Moto is
Moto
in.
is
Takes out
in.
somebody.
Oh my goodness, took out Glee, but Twixu quick to take out Moto, and Twixu once again trying to bail his team
Oh
out.
man, we're down to the last 50
3v3.
seconds. Oof.
It's going to be very close. We can still see that Montu has actually traded the diffuser off the sledge.
Oh,
and
we got a quick
Twixu
peek in
with
the window.
another kill on
Attackers dropped the
experience boost.
diffuser.
And now Lillian, now it's a 1v3 situation. This looks familiar. Monty up against the rest of the team of Team Void that's still standing. Lots of angles here,
Oof.
and it's just not going to happen.
Deagled.
Twixu with the Deagle headshot. My goodness, once again dominate. Oh my goodness, what a kill by Twixu and Team Void. Takes the first game against Team Red Zone 7-3. A very exciting first matchup. A lot of back and forth action, something that we didn't really see Team Red Zone actually having the lead at one point in this match. But 7-3 is the final for this game. And Team Void is going to take the win here after a very exciting matchup. We could see Mitch and Twixu popping off for a combined 30 kills between the two of them. How about that?
Yeah, definitely. When you have fraggers on a team, they are the fraggers of the team.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really fun to watch. You know, Red Zone putting up a great fight. You know, it wasn't any kind of wash rounds. I mean, there was a few where momentum was there, but it was definitely pushing back, and they claimed a round versus what they had last week. So that's really good to see, and we'll have to see how this next map plays out.
This next map is going to be very fun to watch, but I will say that this first match has been very exciting to watch as these two teams go at it. Again, I would say that the rematch is definitely heating up here, but Team Void is going to come out on top victorious yet again against Team Red Zone. Great stuff from both sides. It's been super exciting to watch so far, but we're going to take our first intermission here in between the games. Team Void once again up 1-0 against Team Red Zone, but don't go anywhere. We have a super exciting matchup coming up next after this intermission. It's not over yet. Let's see if Red Zone can battle back and if Team Void can continue their domination. Thanks again for everybody tuning in so far. Definitely check out the Discord and our social media, and let's hear it in the Twitch chat. Let us hear your thoughts on what just happened and on the positivity, love, and excitement that's been going on. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere. Intermission starts now. We will be back very soon.
The truth is so hard to find. With all the things that's going on, I lost track, I felt so strong. I got you on my mind, but something's been done wrong. Sometimes I've been thinking of what to make of me and my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking of, dreaming of what it could have been besides memories. 'Cause I still need you.
All right, everybody, we are back from our intermission, and we are going to start the second game here. Team Void taking the big dub in the first match here between these two teams. A rematch, though, as a whole from last week's games between these two squads. Team Void with the victory over Team Red Zone. A very close game, though, as we saw Team Red Zone really coming close here with Team Void and really taking it to them, something that we didn't really see a lot of last match. So it's going to be really fun to watch this next game just to see how Red Zone is going to play against Team Void. Now, the teams have kind of swapped their starting positions, where Team Void is now going to be defending, and Team Red Zone is now going to be attacking. Team Void with the specialty in defending. So going to be fun to watch that as well. What are you kind of expecting to see, Drift, in this upcoming matchup between these two teams?
Well, I expect it to be a great game, especially I believe we're going to Border, correct?
I believe we are going to Border, yes. So another new map.
Oh, man. What was that? Season is like the second drop of Operators. And Border goes kind of way back there, and it's actually been reworked since then, so it's kind of interesting. I played it the other day, and I was like, wait, how did this bathroom get so big? So I'm excited to see how they play on this map. And I was thinking during the break, one of the things that Siege has over most other games is, you have your raw talent, your gun skill, but it also comes down to strats. Not many games let you custom tier how each game is going to go based on how you set things up and how much of a wild card that actually is. So depending on what strats maybe each teams can pull out here, they can actually have a chance of prevailing over the other.
Interesting to see the strategies, though, that these teams put in place, because we got to see a little bit of the strats from either side last match. And I really think actually it looked like both teams were really struggling to put those strategies in play. With all the different variety of occurrences that were happening, especially with the spawn peaks and players going out early with the rushes. I really don't think that these teams have really gotten a solid strategy put in play. Maybe a couple of rounds last match that worked out pretty well from either team, but we've also seen a lot of those strategies get interrupted by a lot of these special occurrences that have been happening either at the beginning of the match or throughout the match. So I'm with you on that. The strategies are definitely key here, and especially on a map like Border, and knowing the rework, understanding the rework is also going to be very important, because I'm like you. Sometimes you'll stumble into a room where you're like, hey, now I'm in this gigantic bathroom. Where is everything? And so I totally understand. You're not wanting to know where all the bathroom stuff is, so why does it matter? But anyways, I'm with you. You really got to understand the reworks. You really got to understand the map. Map knowledge, I would say, with a game like Siege, map knowledge is key. I'd say that is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest aspect of the game to understand. So these teams really got to understand their map. They really got to understand the objective, and they really got to put those strategies in play to the specific areas in the map, and knowing what's going on and who is where and what to do when things are going on, obviously. So going to be a lot of fun here. We have game 2 coming up here between these two teams. Team Void looking to take yet another sweep of Team Red Zone. They're going to try to sweep this series yet again, and Team Red Zone is really going to try to battle back, and they're going to try to win their first game against Team Void here on Border. Let's get this started. Let's get this party rolling. We are super thrilled. We are super excited. Thank you again to everybody that's been involved with the stream so far and been involved with the Discord server. We just passed over 100 followers on our Twitch channel, so that is super exciting. Thank you to everybody who has been a part of this stream, been a part of the live stream, been a part of the action, and have decided to really participate and be included in everything that's happening here. A lot of fun, and that's really what it's all about, is having fun and having a good time. So thank you to everybody who's been participating so far and been watching the stream, and we're gonna keep it going, though. We're gonna get it on right here, and we're gonna continue the action so you guys can be entertained and have some fun here. And I'm super excited. Drift, what about you?
I'm energetic. Border personally is actually one of my favorite maps in the game.
Really?
It's kind of biased, because when I came into the game, and a lot of people are gonna sigh if they play Siege, is I came in when Blackbeard was a thing. And
Blackbeard, oh my gosh.
Listen, man, I was new to the game, and having a brick wall in front of my face to kind of learn the game while I was playing was nice. Okay, when they turned it into
totally
Tinfoil, it was terrible. But I learned a lot of Border because it was new. So like, it was my most comfortable nap. And then, like I said, we went back, and now it's completely different. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go, all new again. So yeah, Thatcher off the bat again. Nobody wants those EMP grenades at him.
No, nobody wants to deal with the Thatchers. They really want the reinforcements, everything that's on the reinforcements. They want to stay on those reinforcements, so they don't want to have to deal with dealing with that and the hard breaches.
Red Zone doesn't want to deal with Ash anymore.
Twixu, that was a direct
That's a
shot
target,
to Twixu,
man.
I believe. That was a message that they were sending to Twixu. And again, we have these. It's so interesting how you can see these messages, these obligatory messages being sent to one another, and it's actually really funny to watch because it happened last week with the shield bans, and now it's happening yet again, and we can see the pulse bans and the Ash bans. Ash, a direct message to Twixu not being able to use it, and Pulse with the intel was definitely a problem for Team Red Zone last game.
Ooh, they're getting the target bans, and they're feeling it. Woo!
Oh my goodness, and Mira is going off the board now as well. Void is going to take out Mira, and Mira is actually pretty helpful on a map like Border, so I would say that overall that's a pretty good ban, even if you are going to start on defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta think about it though. You always have the Ash off, which is Sophia. You know, kind of the same utility going on. So we'll probably see that possibly, but they're defending first, so that's not gonna be a thing.
And you know what? It's so look at this lineup that's happening
Shield
right now.
Team
with Red
6,
Zone.
let's go!
Do you see this? And
Yeah.
look at Team Void. Look at the lineup with Team Void. We have a Tachanka in the lineup. We have the Alibi who's taking over most likely for the is going to take over most likely for the roamer side of things, but it looks like maybe Nova will be changing it up.
Ooh.
Nah, he's going to change it up.
Listen,
But we
I wanted to
still
see
have-
the Lord in play, okay? I wanted to see the Lord in play.
The Lord was in play. The Lord was in play last week, and the Lord actually did a pretty good job when the Lord was being used. But I don't think we're going to see it this round. But look at this. We have 2 shields going on for Team Red Zone. I don't know if this is a meme or if this is actually an actual strategy that's going to get... We were just talking about strategies. So is this going to be a legitimate strategy that's put in place for Team Red Zone? And it may be enough. Having the 2 shields, it may actually be enough to throw off Team Void and their strategies with their defensive play. But I will say Lily, as you can see on Void, went Legion, and Legion is going to be extremely helpful for helping out with those shields. And it's also another interesting play as well is Nova decided to go from Tachanka to Oryx, and Oryx is also really useful with the shields because he's able to use his ability and knock over those shield players and get really easy access to the players behind the shield. So smart plays for Team Void if you're trying to defend against a shield attack, which is exactly what's going to happen here with Team Red Zone.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason between the 6-pick switch is they saw the shield up, they knew they had to knock him down and get him out of the way.
For sure.
Oh, it is a fuse with the shield. I was going to say it's going to be Shield Team 6.
3 shields for the attacking team right now. Again, is this a meme or is this legit? They're all moving with one another. This is the first round, and all this is already going down. This is the first round between these 2 teams on this second game. So we can see they're trying to slowly make their way into the actual map. We have all the shields lined up with one another, and I'm sure we have some roamers going around the map, and they're going to be running into each other very quickly. As we can see, there's already some action going on. Twixu has seen what has just come through the doorway. And now they're gonna have to try and accommodate accordingly for that. Oh my goodness.
Twixu was like, I'm out of here. There's Shield Team wall coming at me.
I don't blame him, dude. This is just madness with these shields. And we can see already on the board, Absolute Wholesome with the Tally shot taking out Clee. And Monty and Bandit just trying to push on in here. And they're slowly making their way into the objective. You got to watch out for the players behind the shields. And Bandit loading up, or Blitz loading up his ability. And we can see that this is also a really good peek here. They're going to go for the toes. Twixu trying to get some shots off, but it's not going to be enough. Twixu taken out by the Magnum of Jaeger. And we have a Monty kill on the board. And now it's a 3v5. And they're going to try and get the plant off. Team Red Zone is going to try and get the plant. What just happened?
What? Shield Team 6 coming in strong. Let's go.
Oh my goodness! Red Zone has got the diffuser planted, and now Void is on their heels right now. It's a 1v5 situation.
Yo, Oryx is
Steel
gonna have to
Team
knock
6.
some people over. Let's go.
Steel Team 6 is taking it over. We thought it was going to be a meme round. It's an actual round going on right now. This is history in the making. And now this is going to a flawless round.
Oh my
flawless
God.
round
Good
for Team
play,
Red
guys.
Zone.
God,
Oh
glad
my
to see Shield Team
goodness.
6 ain't dead.
Wow,
Woo!
that actually worked. That actually worked. Can you believe what we have just seen right now? Round 1 goes to Team Red Zone after it appeared they were straight memeing, but they were serious. They were serious, and every single person on Team Red Zone is going to end up with a kill in that round. My goodness.
Good Shield plays. You discount me. Blitz got his chains, was able to run with it. I don't know how long that happened, but yeah, no, it's definitely. Oh, here it comes. We
Here it
thought
comes
Blitz
again.
wasn't gonna show his face, but there's Blitz. Oh
Wow,
man,
boy,
no,
they're
that was
keeping
really good
with
to
it.
watch.
That was a lot of fun.
It's a little bit credibility though, because you only got a pistol your name, so it takes quite a bit of talent to play a shield op. I know I tried to play Monty, and a lot of the times I would end up being the last person hidden in the
Attackers
corner,
need to
so
locate
I didn't
and
like
He
it very
actually,
much.
and Monty actually had the Magnum as well. So Monty got that kill with the Magnum. Also something you don't typically see with the shield operators going with that kind of weapon as their secondary. But that was a lot of fun to watch, and we can see we have a similar lineup. Not quite. Well, actually, no. I think it's going to be the same lineup. If Mightiest Moto is going a shield, we're going to have 3 shields again for Team Red Zone. And I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if they'll be able to push that same push. They may be ready. Team Void might be ready for it this time. Probably Legion everywhere along that path.
I feel like if you're Team Void, though, you want to believe that that's not going to happen again, but there's still that shred of doubt that
Look at them go. Look at all the
them moving
shields
all
go.
together. That is, wow. That is something special right there. And it worked. It actually worked. But oh my goodness, Twixu is not playing any games anymore. And Twixu has taken out Finka, and now Void is up early here in round number 2. 5v4 situation. All the shields are still on the board for Team Red Zone, so don't count Red Zone out just yet. But cheeky peeks by Twixu again, really trying to make this a more difficult game for Team Red Zone, especially with them going all those shield ops.
Yeah, Trixie's got that information now. Valcam's watching all those shield ops in the same room as them, knowing that there's the same push. We'll see how it happens here. See if they
They'll
can
have to
catch Trixie
C4.
off
And they're really pushing like she's running away. And then, oh my goodness, Nova's going to get
Oh,
the
Twixu got
another
one.
C4. The
Oh,
C4 is
no.
coming in handy. It's now a 1v5 situation. Monty with the diffuser. Monty's got to go up against the rest of the team. And he's got the Magnum as well, so I don't know how this is going to work out. It's not looking well. Straight memeing right now. He's looking all over the place. What's going on? We have the POV, and that is it.
my
Lily with the
goodness.
impact grenade kill on Monty, and that did not work out well this time for Team Red Zone. But oh my
Gotta
goodness,
catch them
still
all.
fun
He
to watch.
pokeballed them with that impact.
Totally, absolutely obliterated with the Pokeball. Oh my goodness. That was from long range too. Touchdown.
Yeah, that was
right there.
that was definitely a yeeted one there.
He yeeted that Pokeball.
Yeah, no, they were definitely ready for that push that time. They were not going to let him play around. They were thirsty for Trixie there. They were not going to let him get away, but it was kind of their downfall. Trixie had backup as soon as they came through that door.
Too much fun, actually. I feel like that's what this is. It's not even really, it doesn't feel like competition. It just feels like fun at this point, but it still is very competitive. 1-1 right now, going into round 3. Team Void still defending, Team Red Zone attacking, and we don't see a single shield operator in the lineup this time around. So I feel like they really threw Team Void off that first round, but they're not going to be able to get away with it for the rest of the game here, I don't think. So not surprising to see a shield op not be in the lineup this round. But Team Red Zone still going to try and push back, still going to actually try and take the lead if they can win this round, and Team Void can try and defend and put up their strategies according to their plays. So
yeah,
wow,
overall, that room didn't change much. That's the one they're defending now. That one seems pretty much the same as it was post.
Yeah.
patch.
No, yeah, yeah, we can
left
see
before
Workshop
insertion.
now. Workshop is was patched up a little bit. It's still relatively
seconds
same.
to
I would say
insertion.
that over on the other side of the map, the far side of the map on the west side, is where you're
Attackers
really
are
going to start to
heading out
run
to
into the
defuse a bomb.
differences. But you can see there's actually a bomb over on that area as well, and it looks like Twixu is going to try to get off maybe a quick peek, but you got the Finka going early to try to get the help. And
What?
what is
What?
going on?
What?
What just happened?
What?
Recovered the bomb
What
diffuser.
just happened?
What? What?
I just
Audio?
Does Twixu know something that we don't? That was very sus. Among Us? Oh my god, what just happened? Maybe there was some kind of glitch we don't know what there, but Twixu gonna take out Mightiest Moto, and Finka is
Honestly-
now off the board.
On the defense of Twixu, if you look at the wall angle there's really only one angle you can walk to, and you have that kind of map knowledge, and you listen for footprints, and you fire in that angle, there's a chance you can get somebody.
Supposed, and that may have just been a super lucky shot there by Twixu. I'm assuming that nothing suspicious is going on right now, but we could see that Twixu already taken out players on Team Red Zone early. It's a 4v5 situation with Red Zone, and Finka is now off the board, and Red Zone's going to have to try and regroup after a pretty insane matchup here, and Twixu is going to get another kill. He's going to take out Sledge, and now it's a 3v5 situation with just under a minute 45 remaining here in round number 3.
Yeah, no, it's
Boost is
definitely-
going to get everyone back, so this is interesting.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of trades going here. You know, they're still one down, but to see how they can get over that objective. A little bit of peek and action there going on.
Absolute Wholesome is very low on health right now, and Absolute Wholesome is actually going to go down. Klee is going to get the kill there. 4v2 situation. Red Zone is really down right now. It's round number 3, and shot there. Twixu through the wall. And Klee is going to finish it off, and Team Void is going to take round number 3. That was pretty interesting to watch, especially at the beginning of that round right there.
Yeah, no, that definitely had me on edge. I'm confused, and that was kind of crazy, but you know, that's what it comes down. You remember talking about map knowledge and reworks, and that was definitely. I really believe that was. I want to believe that was a map knowledge player there. Just on approach.
I'm with you on that. I think that was a map knowledge play, and you know, along with map knowledge being one of the top aspects of the game to understand, I would say that listening and being able to have a really good headset and being able to listen and understand what sounds are coming from where is also extremely important to understand about this game. And it seems that Twixu understands his stuff here with especially with Border. So and you know what? Not surprised. Twixu has been the dominant player this series, and he's been one of the key reasons why Team Void has been so successful against Team Red Zone. So Team Void takes round number 3, 2-1. Round number 4 right now, Team Void setting up their defense again against Team Red Zone, and Red Zone is going to have to try and figure out a different strategy. As you can see, they're starting to kind of switch up their operators here. I think they haven't found a really good rhythm yet, and a really good pattern and a really good set of operators to choose from that can really help them with their attacking strategies yet.
Yeah, no, definitely finding that comp on a map like this is good to have,
10 seconds
especially
remaining.
coming into certain objectives. You know, we still got the Legion just in case they would have went
5 seconds
Shield
remaining.
Team 6, but you know, there's a lot of slowdown here. You got Frost Match, you've got Legions, you've got Smoke, you've got Echoes. There's a lot of slowdown that's going to happen on the defense side. It's going to really be tough for Red Zone to be able to push into this objective with everything that's going to be in their way.
Different matchup since the first round with Team Red Zone going Shield Team 6, and really surprising, I feel like surprising Team Void. And we can see Twixu another kill right off the bat, taking out Moto. It's almost identical to last round, and Moto is off the board. That's Buck, he is gone. And Mitch is really low though for Team Void, but we're in another 5v4 situation. Red Zone again at a disadvantage early in the round.
Yeah, no, it's definitely wanting to put that pressure. Hey, look, we got a Blackbeard tinfoil.
Speaking
Let's go.
Not quite the
man.
brick wall he used to be, but still useful if used correctly.
Oh, we got some health loss on Jackal there. Definitely feeling the push it. Oh, I trying to vault in. Oh.
Klee, the roamer, taking out everybody, and Lily again is going to get a kill. And we have a trade here. Absolute Wholesome is going to take out Klee, so it's a 4v2. Absolute Wholesome starting to take some damage. as everybody's starting to run into one another, just spray and pray through the wall, maybe going to get somebody, not going to happen. Twixu going to take out Wholesome, and now we're in a 1v4 situation. We have the Jackal remaining low on health, is going to have to try and clutch up here. It's going to be something extremely difficult to do against a team like Void, but it's still possible. Don't count him out just yet. He's starting to make his way around to the other objectives, and everybody else on, and there it is. Actually, I don't even have to finish it up. They were already watching that window, and Jackal was out. Wow.
Pixel to peak, you know, those extreme angles that you have an advantage being able to see and hold your angles and the line of sight. Is just that window is a really bad choke point to try to push in when there's that much change. And that's what I did notice about that wall, is it's no longer a breach point, it's now a defender friendly wall.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That is definitely one of the key changes to this map and one of the reworks. So good for you for pointing that out. And again, it's something that these teams are really going to have to know, especially with the border rework. But Team Void taking round number 4, 3-1. It seems like they really took the first round very personally.
Yeah, no, they definitely want to smash it out after that. Was kind of a wow. There's a lot of shields and they came in fast.
Jaeger with the comment that they're going to let the game decide the ops from now on. So I don't necessarily know if Team Red Zone has any particular strategies going into the rest of the game here. They may have just kind of folded a little bit. I'm not really sure what to expect from Team Red Zone now with the strategies. But we were just talking about how strategies are very key to having, very important for understanding, for implementing each round. So I don't know how well coordinated Red Zone is going to be moving forward, but we can still see we still have familiar operators that work pretty well together with the Flores and the Thermite, and they're going to try and make it more difficult for Void to defend those reinforcements.
Yeah, it could be a psych play. You never know. You know, maybe thinking that they're not going to come with their A game, let them like relax and want to meme maybe a little bit, and it's not going to actually happen.
It could definitely be, and you can see Alibi throwing out those alibis, really trying to throw off Red Zone early here with the enemies being detected outside.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, the pings are going off, and so maybe they're wondering what's going on. But typically, you can understand if it's an alibi, if it's really not moving, and if it stays there. So, but that constantly having that notification in front of you can definitely make it more difficult to get started early in the round.
Yeah, we're talking mental warfare. That would definitely throw me off. Oh, they just confirmed that it's an alibi. They can clear it out of the way now.
Well, there's no way,
nervous.
unless somebody has some kind of hacker mod or something. There's really no way for those defenders to be able to get up on that roof.
Yeah.
So really, if you understand the map well enough, defenders being up that high is nothing really to worry about early on in the round.
Ooh, Thermite taking some health, wanting to just drop down and get going. But it was definitely a time killer there for them to check on to see, you know, what's going on. Why do we see somebody on the roof? It definitely burned a good. Now they only have a minute and 40 some odd seconds to go ahead and get this objective.
Yeah, Mitch definitely knew where he was throwing that alibi. And now Lily is going to get on the board, taking out Mightiest Moto. Moto goes out again, the first player to go out again in, I want to say, 3 consecutive rounds. So that's the Blackbeard is now off the board. You still have the Flores and the Thermite going to probably try to hit those reinforcements, make it more difficult for Void to defend here in round number 5. We're starting to creep up on a minute remaining. So the attackers are really going to have to try and figure something out here, and they got to figure something out fast.
Yeah, no, definitely. They have Thermite over on the other side, where the reinforcements need to get breached, and you know, you're trying to fight against the smoke. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the round. You've got a lot of Trickster and a lot of slowing down ops, especially with the smoke and the legions to kind of stop the attack and throwing them off with all the alibis and weird peek angles. And Trixu coming out
very well. Yeah, Twixu with the angles again, working very well. Absolutely also going to get on the board, taking out Lily. It's a 2v4 situation for Red Zone right now. Twixu just trying to take out some of the players here on Red Zone with those cheeky angles and those cheeky flicks. But let's see how well it can work here. 2v4, 24 seconds remaining here in round number 5. Red Zone looking to make it a 3-2 game. It's going to be very difficult, especially going up against Twixu and the rest of Team Void. And it's going to be something that's going to come down to the wire here. 12 seconds remaining. They're going to try to make the rush in. And then we have Thermite and Dokebi going at it with other players on the other team. 4v2 still, and that's going to make it a 4v1, and that is going to do it. Klee and Nova are going to help to eliminate the rest of Team Red Zone, and Team Void is going to take another round here.
Yeah, so in that round, you see control of CCTV definitely helps to try to take that thermite wall, but when you're stuck in CCTV, and that's where the defending team's got you at, it's kind of hard to push out of there when both lanes are now locked down.
Agreed, especially if you're if the reinforcement outside of CCTV that goes outside to that workshop area. You really got to try and take out that reinforcement, open up that wall, because you had Twixu on that doorway. It was trying to just get some cheeky flicks on that doorway, but it makes it that much more difficult to try and take people out. If you're stuck in CCTV and you have the doorway, you have the hallway, you really have to watch a bunch of different angles, and they're all really hard angles to hold. So definitely taking out those reinforcements would help. But unfortunately, it's just not going to work out for Team Red Zone that last match. And Team Void, again, is going to take the round. And round number 5 goes to Void. It's a 4-1 game. We are in the last round here before we're going to be switching sides. And Void is winning right now 4-1. What can Red Zone do to kind of switch it up against Void? You know, they really threw a curveball at Void at the very first round at the beginning of this game, but ever since then, it's been complete domination on Void's side.
Yeah, no, definitely, it's gotta. I know they said something in the chat, but the strategies you gotta. Some teams prosper and divide and conquer. Some like to push together. Red Zone definitely had a great push together as one unit to steal Siege Team 6 unit. But, you know, when you got to come at an objective at other angles, especially if you got your frag players playing an angle and everybody tries to go at it. Oh, we got that wall again. Let's see what happens with this.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Twixu is going to do this. We have definitely some players spawning, and Twixu again! The same play. He's got to know something that we don't. I have never seen that before. Not only does he take out one player with that strap, but he takes out 2 players. And Absolute Wholesome, the Cali, is off the board already early in the match. And Red Zone at another 4v5 disadvantage yet again here in round 6.
Yeah, there's definitely a knowledge that comes with that. And as far as audio, it's got to be an audio thing. As far as maybe when they clear the wall, the footstep gets a hair louder or something.
Like a $1,000 mic or something. He's got to be able to, or headset. He's got to be able to hear like literally a pin drop. I mean, it just like that is super impressive on Twixu's part. But again, Red Zone having players go out early in the match and early in the round. It's gonna make it that much more difficult to win rounds as an attacker if you have teammates that are going
there
out.
we go.
As unfortunate it is, but Jaeger with the trade there on Mitch, good angles there, and Moto is going to get the trade on Twixu. And Twixu and Mitch, the top players from last game, are now out. It's a 3v4 right now. Void is at a disadvantage against Red Zone.
Yeah, definitely moving a little bit, trying to push that pressure. Unfortunately, ran right into Legion there. Yeah, no, you take the fraggers out. It gives you a little bit of a confidence boost to try and move ahead.
Really taking out the top fraggers, and now we have Klee, and now Void is now going back up on top, and it's a 2v2 situation as Klee goes down. We have IQ and Nook going against each other, and that is not going to work out for Moto as he goes down, and now it's a 2v1 situation. Void with the advantage yet again, and IQ is going to be left to try and clutch up this match.
You know, look, IQ's getting a little bit of a desk action going here.
Anything for protection. I think at that point it's just protection, but you know, IQ does not have the diffuser either, so it just makes it that much more difficult. And they're going to run into each other, and IQ with the flick. And my goodness, we're in a 1v1 situation. This is definitely clutchable. I don't think IQ knows exactly where Legion is. Legion being very methodical. They're about
this is why I love Siege! Yes!
There we go! What a clutch by IQ!
That was fantastic! Oh, those are the moments to Siege that make you really jump out of my seat. Actually, I kind of did. Woo! When they're on the other side of the wall from each other, it's just like, what's about to happen? The anticipation, and Red Zone's back in the game.
Able to watch the silhouettes. Cardrook, the captain of Team Red Zone, really stepping up and trying to lead that team to a victory here. And now Team Red Zone is back in the game. It's a 4v2 situation right now with the score 4-2. Void over Red Zone, but Red Zone gets that one back going into round 7. Now we're going to be switching sides here.
Oh, you know what? So Chad has made a very good point, and I haven't actually been watching that. Trixu has been Valk this whole time. There could have been a Valk cam out there.
It could have been it. It could have been it. He could have thrown out the Valk. Could have thrown out the Valk, had the teammates watching the Valk cam, and then going with the call-outs on when to shoot. Definitely could have been that. But you know what? We're in the interviews, we're definitely going to pull in Twixu, and we're going to get his opinion and his thoughts on what goes down there, because we need to find out what is happening, because I need to be able to use that
Attackers need
play
to locate and
and go
defuse
win
the
my
bomb.
future games, because
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Oh, we got the Lord out. I saw the big gun. The big guns are up. Oh, okay.
My good.
What?
Okay, and we are
going on?
We are straight memeing here, and
What?
we're having.
What is going on?
I am very unsure with what's going on right now, as Jaeger is taking out his entire team, and it's a 4v1 situation for Void, and Jaeger is also going to kill himself, and that is going to be hit for round number 7.
All right. The Lord exerted his dominance and died a fiery death. Okay,
Wow.
so that was
Wow,
that was
exactly
a round.
what happened. Well, I don't know. I don't really know exactly what's happening here. I feel like we've lost
Rehost?
the competition.
No, they're calling for a rehost.
A rehost situation right now. They want a rehost
Yes.
situation. Okay. Maybe we run into some internet problems. Yo, why the dog outside?
All right,
We're
so
having-
we'll go ahead and get that resettled and get that requeued.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get it requeued right now and get that figured out. We are going to go to an intermission. We're going to get this figured out, because obviously we don't want the Lord taking over the rest of the game. As dominant as Tachanka is, we don't want him to take over the server. So we're going to go to a quick intermission right now and get this figured out. We'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. We have lots of good action coming up.
I've never known, and we'll chase the night, race all of these broken dreams in flight, and we'll fly. Oh, we'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly. Up here, we're free, bound only by frozen memories, lost in time, racing all these broken dreams tonight, and we'll fly. I will
All right, everybody, we are back from our intermission. Our apologies for the technical difficulties that have been happening here. Just to summarize what has been going on, with that alibi play where the alibi was actually thrown out of the map on top, obviously that is an enemy detected outside message that is displayed on the attacking team screen. And unfortunately, there is a glitch right now in Rainbow Six Siege where that enemy detected outside carries over into the remaining rounds. And so that was a visual glitch that was occurring for Team Red Zone, which was pretty much putting them at an advantage or putting them at a disadvantage every round. So instead, what we're going to be doing is Team Red Zone is going to take their first victory in this series, and they are going to take the victory there for Border. And Team Red Zone is going to make it 1-1. The series is now going to be 1-1. And Team Void is going to try to get the victory in the next game here that we're going to be doing with map number 3 on Cafe Dostoevsky. Or Team Red Zone could also come back and win this as well. So our apologies for the technical difficulties. Unfortunately, as a result of the technical difficulties, we will be skipping the interviews for tonight, so we will not be able to get any interviews put in from the players from each team. Our apologies on that, but the stream is running pretty late, and we are going to try and finish up this game as quickly as we can, and then get to the closing of the stream, and then we'll be back with more action, obviously, later next week. But thank you guys for everybody who has stayed with us so far. Again, our apologies for everything that's been going on, but thank you for your patience and cooperation with everything. We have everybody back in the lineup, and we are going to get this started right now. Cafe Dostoevsky, map number 3 is going to be in the lineup. Team Void against Team Red Zone, who is going to take the victory in this next map. Drift, man, what is going on? This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely crazy. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what was gonna happen with the alibi being out of map, but I didn't realize they would actually carry over and glitch the other team. That's kind of crazy. It's I guess that's an out of bounds thing. These Ubisoft just makes that stuff be destroyed after, but I don't know. Yeah, that was definitely nuts. But hey, we get to see a map 3. Let's go! Win-win!
Map 3, how about that? Yeah, something we haven't seen so far, something we probably weren't going to see if it weren't for the situation that happened on Border. Actually, with the Rainbow Six Pro League, those kinds of strats are actually banned. They're actually not allowed in those games, like the alibis, throwing out the alibis and making it to where there's just that message that's continuously being displayed on the other team's screen. So season 1 for LHYNX Division Gaming League obviously is going to accommodate for that, and those will now be bannable situations moving forward with these seasons after season 0. But it is unfortunate that happened. I think it was an unintended consequence with Team Void. I don't think obviously they meant for that to happen. I think they did want to obviously throw off Team Red Zone in that particular round, but obviously they didn't intend for the remainder of the match to have that message on Team Red Zone screen. So it's an unfortunate occurrence that happened, but we're working with it and we're moving on from it. We're going to get started here with Cafe Dostoevsky in map number 3 here.
Thatcher's gone. Montaigne's gone. No more Shield Team 6. No more EMPs. Mira out of the play too, and Pulse. So a lot of information denial on the defensive side here as far as getting that intel. They'll probably have to lean on maybe Maestro and a few other operators to get that information.
Not surprising to see the Monty taken out, especially after the situation with Border last game. And that's actually something as fun as it was watching Shield Team 6 bust up on Border. That's something that now Team Void knows about. So not surprising to see Team Void really taking the initiative there to take out the Shield operators.
Ooh, so we had a... Alright, yeah, he's going to stick with the Amaro, switch from Ash, so another rush. Let's see if they can zip up and... Where are we at? Oh, we're downstairs. Oh, that's...
I don't think Twixu was actually intending on that happening. And something really interesting that I saw in the chat too. Twixu has been in the Twitch chat, and he said that with those spawn kills, he counted to 10 and then fired. So that's interesting, and he did that twice. And we also went back and we kind of looked at some of the footage as well and what was happening. Although Twixu was Valkyrie, none of those Valk cams were actually put out at all across the map. So in some of the instances, Twixu probably was most likely not using those Valkyrie cams. So it's still interesting to see how he was able to get those spawn kills. Something we're going to have to try and learn from and learn more about, obviously, as we move on. But I don't know, if it really is just a count to 10 and spray and pray, that is a very interesting take there. And again, it would all go back to
Ooh, was that a proxy alarm? I know those
That
are
definitely
semi-new.
was. That definitely was.
What was that? A grill? I don't know my cooking appliances.
Well, it was right. It's actually right by where you walk into one of the objectives, so that's a great place for one of those proximity alarms. And if they're not taken out or taken care of, then they definitely will go off, which will alert the defenders that attackers are in that proximity. So a very good placement there. And we can see the setup here for Team Red Zone is now they are defending, and Team Void is attacking here with just about 2.5 minutes remaining here in round number 1. Team Void still trying to figure out their best approach to getting down into the kitchen, and obviously Twixu not really being able to use the Amaru ability because now they're on the first floor. So still interesting to see how this is all going to play out. Twixu maybe was looking for the potential rush, if you think about it, if they were upstairs, if Team Red Zone went upstairs. But unfortunately, that rush is not going to work out. And Team Red Zone's done a pretty good job so far killing some time with this defensive setup and defensive strategy they have so far.
Yeah, most definitely. Time is key in Siege, so the more time you can burn, the less time the attacking team has to make their plays and do it. But there's some times where it comes down to those wires, and all the plays are made in the last 30 to 60 seconds.
Void is really struggling to figure out the best way to approach this now. I think that they're going to have some teammates go from above, as you can see.
There you go. IQ doing what she does best.
Lily taking out those bandits from above, and Void actually didn't have any other operator to take out anything on those reinforcements, so that was a great play by Lily to go from above and take those bandits out. And now the wall to Bakery is wide open, and this is going to put some pressure on Team Red Zone.
Located a bomb!
They're trying to take out the proxy to the floor. It's in a fridge. Oh, now it's all open.
Yeah, you can see it, and quite a bit of Team Void is actually in the hallway, and Experience Boost is going to take out Nova, and Twixu is back on the board again, taking out Experience Boost, and Klee is going to take out Moto. It's a 4v3 situation.
Oh, we got a lot of trades going on. Let's go.
It's going to take out Twixu. It's a 3v2. 43 seconds remaining here. We're starting to see some more frags. Bitch is going to take out Cardrook. It's a 1v3 situation. Klee is putting the diffuser down right now. Jaeger is going to have to try to clutch this situation up. It's going to be very difficult to do. He's pulled out his secondary. He needs to reload his primary, but he's going to sit and be patient. He's reloading the primary weapon. He's going to try and be patient. He's going to try and take out another operator moving then. He's going to down one of the other players. Mitch is now down. He's going to take out Klee, and now we're in a clutchable situation with 29 seconds remaining, and Lily knows exactly where Legion is. Legion is playing time right now, but he's got to really pick it up here. He's got to try and find Lily. He's got to try and find Lily, get the kill on Lily, and try and get over to the diffuser. He knows exactly where it is, but it's not going to be enough. Lily is going to ruin that clutch. And round number 1, quite the exciting round. Team Void is going to take it, though.
Yeah, like I was saying, that last couple seconds, everything lighted up. There was trade left, trade right. Everything was happening all at once. There's bodies dropping.
once things start to open up, it really allows those doorways and walls and everything just being open, and really allows for all kinds of different peaks and views that in angles that everybody's getting all at one time. And I think it's just kind of hectic in those instances when everything's open, everybody's seeing everybody move past each other. So that's, I think, one of the reasons why we see those frequent frags happening all the time. But Team Void is going to take the first win here on Cafe Dostoyevsky, map number 3. The series is technically 1-1 right now. Red Zone taking the victory on Border due to the unintended glitching that occurred the previous map. But Team Void is looking to carry on their dominance from their lead in Border, and it's pretty crazy matchup we have going on too right now with Cafe. That first round was pretty hectic.
Yeah, no, I'm just keeping a close eye to Tachanka, man. He went traitor in the one round. I don't know. He looking pretty sus. And hey, that's Thunderbird, right? That's the newest operator stage here?
That is Thunderbird. That is correct. You got that right. And Thunderbird's ability is really just to help out with healing. Anybody in the proximity of her ability is going to get a stim shot, but that goes for both defenders and attackers.
I know, that's crazy. I was looking in, I was like, oh, Doc's replacement. Oh, wait, auto stims enemies too.
Exactly,
oh, no.
Exactly. So it's definitely something to consider when you go Thunderbird. You want to make sure that that they're placed in areas where your teammates are going to be at, not really where the enemy is going to pass by. So, but if, again, 5v5 situation right now, we don't see Twixu going the typical Amaru, but Twixu is going Ash, an operator that was banned last map, but I guess Red Zone passed over Ash this map in favor for Thatcher. And so, oh, what a good peek there by Moto, taking out Klee on Skylight. And Tachanka, the Lord, is on the board, and it's the 4v5 right now, and Team Void is at the disadvantage early in the match.
Yeah, definitely. You know, gotta get that chain gun going. It's not a chain gun, but whatever. I don't know what type it is, but you know what? The Lord's gun's gonna happen.
Well, you can see there's 3 players from Void that are all surrounded by surrounding Skylight. They're all trying to get specific angles on each other, and now we're in a 4v4 situation with Lily getting the trade on Moto. So the Lord, unfortunately, has passed away this round, and we are in a 4v4 situation. And you can see Thunderbird's abilities starting to help out with the healing and everything, and helping out experience boost as well. And we're starting to see some more gunfights happening.
Twixu is down.
The hallway. Twixu is down. The Ash main, I believe Twixu is an Ash main. But you can see those Thunderbirds really coming in handy there. And Cardrook is going to finish off Twixu. It's a 3v4.
Oh, experience is so low. He wants experience definitely wants to get that Thunderbird.
I was gonna say he's got to try and find one of those things around to try and give him some health. But right now it's a 3v4 situation, just over a minute remaining, and Void there it goes. Void is gonna have to try and figure something out here in the next minute. Try and get a defuse down. It's getting very close. I would say that Red Zone's defense this time around has been much better, especially with this objective. Still have 4 individuals.
Oh, there we go.
3v3 now. Nova is going to take out Wholesome. That's Jaeger. He's off the board. And 1 repelling.
Off the repel.
Jaeger is going to take out Nova. And unfortunately, Nova is out. That's the Gridlock, who is now off the board. And now it is a 2v3 situation, Void against Red Zone with 27 seconds remaining. Gonna have to pick up the diffuser, though. That's gonna kill a little bit of time. As
20 seconds. Definitely gotta make that move quick.
Absolutely. IQ and Zofia are the only ones.
Hot drop. Here we go.
Void proximity alarm going off. And that is going to give away the position, and Mitch is going to get a shot there. It's either Mitch or Mick. He's going to take out Jaeger. We're in a 2v2 situation right now. Experience Boost slowly getting his health back up.
Diffuser is going down. 2 seconds. Timeout.
Lily is putting the diffuser down, and it's going down right now. The time is run out, and Lily is going to get the diffuse down. Still a 2v2 situation. Cardrook is going to take out Lily. It's a 1v2. Mitch is going to have to try and clutch, and Cardrook slowly making his way around, knows exactly where Mitch is, and that is
there we go.
Red Zone takes the round. Cardrook and Team Red Zone. It is going to be a 1-1 game. Great plays all around between Team Red Zone.
Yo, I'm very happy we came into map 3 here. and under the unfortunate circumstances that we have. But, we definitely have a lot closer games, especially when these games have been starting up, kind of a trade-off, getting the feel out, getting the map warmed up. So I'm excited to see what kind of action we can still get here on Cafe.
You can't necessarily accommodate for everything that's going to happen. You can't possibly know what all to expect, especially with technology. So it is unfortunate the circumstances that have happened, but this did lead into a very exciting matchup that we have so far on Cafe. And we have a 1-1 game going into round number 3. Don't really kind of know what to expect with these future rounds. It's relatively even. We saw Team Void with the coordination in round number 1 starting to open up all the walls and everything, but nothing really opened up very much for Team Void that match, and they were forced to drop in and try and just do everything on the fly, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out for them very well.
Yeah, the ceiling is always. Skylight's always been that touchy subject to push from. It's definitely one of the hardest angles to push. That's essentially why they opened up the extra balconies that they did. And it's still a little bit of a challenge to get that.
Absolutely, and we can see that Train Museum is one of the other locations that Team Red Zone has decided to defend. Going into round number 3, and Team Void seems to be droning out the area. They have found the bomb locations. We can see the lineup for Team Void right now. We do have some hard breachers in Klee, and we can see that the rest of them are relatively simple as with regards to intel. We can see Mitch is actually now using the Ash. I guess Twixu is going to let Mitch have a go with the Ash, and we'll see how he does. But we can see though that. Go ahead.
I say you can. Zafia is kind of the offhand Ash though, so it's definitely a double-headed spear.
Absolutely. I would say that Twixu's trying to do his best Bolo impression as well. So we'll see how well that pays off. But I think the plan here for Void is to maybe try and push from above. With that Habana, you may be able to open up that hatch up top. If anybody isn't roaming around in Cigar, that'll slow the attack down if anybody is up around Cigar, which it appears that nobody really is up there. So that may be the play for Team Void, as Team Red Zone's players and defenders are staying relatively around the same areas, just trying to hold angles and stay close together. Actually, we do have one. Absolute Wholesome is up in Cigar, and we're about ready to see a gunfight happening, but Twixu seemed to know exactly where
right on
Wholesome
the head.
was. Wow. Twixu is going to take top floor, and they're in Cigar right now, and there it is. Sabana going to be able to take out the hatch. Nobody to be able to put anything on the reinforced hatch, so that goes open, and it's going to be a much easier push now for Team Void, as they're starting to open up those holes again, which worked very well for them in the first round.
Yeah, no, the more lines of sight you open up, the rougher it gets to try to defend. And Sledge is just making Swiss cheese out of this floor. There is nowhere to hide in that train.
That makes it, again, with like you said, though, with the lines of sight, there's all kinds of lines of sights being opened with the Swiss cheese floor that Sledge is making, and that just makes it so difficult to defend, especially since now you're able to get shot from above. And we can see that they're starting to open up more reinforcements. Team Void is really trying to open up all those holes into the objectives. Nova is going to take out Moto. Boyu is off the board. There's some fight going on between individuals in the objectives in the hatch and some individuals on the staircase as well. We do have an operator that's down. Nova is down, so it's kind of a 4v2 situation at the moment. Nova, I'm sure, is going to try to get rezzed. Yeah, Nova is back up, so now we're back into 5v2. Cardrook and Experience Boost now going to have to try and clutch up. Kill by Experience Boost on Mitch,
Holes
and
in the
Nova
floor.
is going to kill on Cardrook. There it is, the Swiss cheese coming in clutch, and that is not going to be it, as he got double teamed right there, and Team Void is going to take another victory here.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a rush. When you get like a Sledge or a Buck and there's wooden floors, there's no place to hide. It becomes a really rough game if you don't even know where you're being looked at from, because you expect the hatch. You heard the hatch blow open, but you don't realize I'm hearing hammers slam down, and now I got 10 lines of sight, and the walls are opening up. It gets really intense really fast when everything gets opened up like that.
Well, and that's when it also really helps to have somebody roaming up above in Cigar and above the objective. Unfortunately, there was only one player from Team Red Zone that was up there, and he didn't even really get a fighting chance as Twixu ran in and took him out. And that was it. That left Cigar wide open to take and left Sledge to run around and make Swiss cheese of the floor and the ceiling for the defenders that were below him. So again, it's something that you have to take into consideration of where you're going around the map and who needs to be where. Typically, if you're going to go those locations, you're going to need those roamers, and they're going to play a pretty big part in trying to slow down the attack of everybody of the attackers coming in on the floors above the objective. We can see we're back down though in the kitchen area, and it appears that it's going to be a relatively similar lineup with Team Void in past rounds. Red Zone going Kaid and Bandit as well.
Oh, we got
they're
a
going to be
Frostmat
able
in
to.
there too.
We do have the Frostmat and the shields, and we have an Echo. Jaeger going Echo, so Intel and going to be able to try and prevent the diffusers from going down in the worst case scenario.
Attackers
Yeah, no,
but
defuse a bomb.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, definitely those echoes, and with these sneaky plants that they got, if in that first down they would have had that echo being trapped in the corner, that they could at least deny the plant for a little while.
Exactly, and I'm curious to see where those echoes are actually going to be placed. I'm assuming one would probably be in Bakery. We can see the objectives getting droned out right now. Intel is so important in this game, and I think both of these teams know that. But we can see that the defenders are really trying to put up a specific strategy that they have in mind here. Missed throw by the smoke, but he's gonna pick that back up and they're gonna redo it. But you can see the attackers are already making their way in. Twixu Zofia is already down at the end of the hallway of Bakery, and now we're starting to see some attackers go in from above again. Something that we've seen happen quite a bit. And again, no roamers up above to try and prevent the attackers from doing the same plan that they did last round.
Yeah, no, definitely having those open holes above. It seems like the cafe floor is very weak nowadays.
No, it's all Swiss cheese if you want it to be. This is an interesting strat though. Again, typically you would have those roamers. And
Ooh.
oh my god.
What was that? Was he on his cam? Oh, his
I'm
echo.
not really
No,
sure,
it wasn't
but
echo.
Twixu is going to take out Bandit and Frost. We were watching IQ as those kills went down. So Twixu is going to take out the two defenders, and now it's a 5v3 situation with just over a minute 20 remaining right now. 5v2 as Twixu is going to get another kill on Jaeger, and Twixu is going to get another kill on Experience Boost, and that is going to be an ace, a flawless round. Twixu with the ace, just going on in and absolutely dominating.
Wow, that was. I didn't expect to see an ace in the series with the way the games were going. There was kind of a bit of a little denial there, but Twixu just made the best of everything that they could flex around with, and really capitalized on any of the mispositioning and the players on the other team.
Twixu is probably going to go Zofia from now on. After that, and I think he's going to let his teammate Mick take over with the Ash, because that was a very dominant round by Twixu yet again. Not surprised. Mitch is actually how you pronounce it. Mitch. It's actually Mitch. So my apologies for that. But Twixu, not surprising to see him with those kills. And again, Team Void is going to take that round. It's 3-1 right now. Round 5. Still attacking. Team Void is still attacking. Red Zone defending. And we're going back to a pretty familiar place here with Team Red Zone up top, and this may work out in favor for Team Red Zone. This is the location that they won their round. So that proximity alarm, is that what you were saying?
Yeah, no, it was under the table. I used to, back when I used to do a lot of Valk, I used to do that with Valk cams to check people's feet. But yeah, no, those proxy alarms, definitely a good alternative, because now you can see more with a Valk cam versus having that down there. That's
absolutely.
It's a great play on that part. And we got a Mozzie, so definitely wanted to deny those drones this time around. Kind of take the intel away from Team Void and get more on the side of maybe making them blind, so even more than they were the first time they were up top.
Well, you can see that Team Void actually really likes to use their drones quite a bit and get that intel before actually going with some kind of strategy and some kind of plan. We can see the Lord is trying to deny everybody from... Somebody's going to swing in right here, and Tachanka is going to get the kill on Nova. 4v5, and the Lord is on the board yet again.
Yeah, Lord on the board. Man, that just rhymes way too well.
I know, right? It's like it's meant to be.
It's meant to be, you know, Chuck come out strong and make the plans as a picture frame randomly falls off the wall. Gotta love Siege.
Well, Red Zone is now ahead early in the match here. 5-4, 5v4 going on. Team Void, though, still in the lead, 3-1. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in this round, in round number 5. Still all 5 players up for Team Red Zone. A lot of skylight activity, something that we see quite a bit when we see defenders go this particular objective. Mitch is taking quite a bit of damage, though. You got to be careful when you're up on that skylight. Mitch is at one of the hatches right now, too. And the defenders, it looks to be that Twixu has dropped, though. Twixu is trying to make a quick play, and Tachanka is probably going to run into Twixu here really soon. But lots of activity on the hatches and skylights right now, and everybody's just trying to be very careful with holding these angles.
Oh, got him under the table!
Great play by Jaeger, who is the Lord Tachanka. He gets another kill. He's up on the board, and now it's a 3v5 situation. Void against Red Zone. Lily gonna get another kill there from Skylight. It's a 3v4, but oh, what a great trade. Wholesome with the angle on the Skylight. Lily is going down.
Oh my goodness, did not expect that.
No,
that
was
is
a
an
great
insane angle.
That was a great angle by Absolute Wholesome. We're learning quite a bit here from everybody. But we can see Mitch and Clear, the only ones left for Team Void. And Mitch is pretty low on health right now as well. Could possibly run into those Thunderbirds, but that Mozzie is going to take out that drone. They're going to go ahead and take out that drone, though, because Mozzie had hacked it. So 40 seconds remaining. Klee and Mitch have got to make some kind of push here, but that's not going to work very well. Cardbrook is going to take out Mitch and release Klee to try and clutch up, and Klee is going to get the kill on Wholesome, but Moto
there we go! Another round! Yo, I gotta love Mozzie. Yo, Mozzie is my spirit operator, man. I love that. I love Mozzie.
Great Mozzie plays, taking out those drones, setting everything up very well. Very great defensive strategies in place for Team Red Zone, and they take a round back. And it's now 3-2 Void. This isn't a pretty easy fight anymore for Void. Now we have a game.
Yes, we have a very, very good game here, and this is what we like to see. We love to see a little bit of back and forth trading, a lot of action, a lot of weird angles. You know, that's always been the fun quirk of Siege. Even when I played a lot, it was like, what off the wall things can you do and angles that you can find that can throw the other team off for a curveball that they're not used to? Because a lot of times in professional Siege, you know, there's some level of expectance. You know, this is what the strat is, and this is what it's going to be. And then when those wild cards are thrown in, it just throws off some players.
Actually, where you learn a lot of those strategies as well, and those angles and those peaks, you can learn a lot from watching the professional players on the professional level with Rainbow Six. And I think we're learning quite a bit even at this level too, between these two teams playing against each other, with all of these angles and all of these views that we're getting from watching these players go at it. So round number 6, Void is winning 3-2 right now, and Red Zone taking the last round. And now we're going Train Museum again. Red Zone has been flawless up on the very top floor, on the 3rd floor of the bar area. They struggled with the Train Museum, though, as we saw Sledge previously turn the floor into Swiss cheese, and what do you know, Nova 99 going Sledge yet again for Team Void. So I would expect a similar attacking strategy here with Team Void. Now, if you're Red Zone, you probably would understand what went wrong the last time you went this location. So let's see how Team Red Zone accommodates for the Sledge and for the attacking strategy that Team Void is going to put in place. Something that we're probably going to see very similar to past rounds. So we already see we do have some defenders up in Cigar. Absolute Wholesome is trying to hold down Cigar again, but we actually have 2, as we see Jaeger, the Lord Tachanka, is back up there. So we have two operators now, 2 defenders that are holding down the area, but we can see that Klee is droning it out. They know exactly where Tachanka is as he's setting off those pings. But yeah,
through the
through
window.
the
Through the
wall.
wall.
And there it is.
Oh,
The communication, the pings and the communications. That's why droning and the intel is so important. And I think that they're going to drone out Bandit here. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Nova is going to take out Wholesome, and now very unfortunate situation right now for Team Red Zone.
Oh, not even reinforced hatch. So now we're gonna have the repeat switch G's from last match. Ooh, took some health damage with an impact nade. That was a good play to kind of get the sledge to stop opening the floor, but we'll see how it plays against and maybe get somebody to rotate up there to help take out the people above. Stop giving them breathing room.
We do see that Mute actually has a nitro cell in hand. And if placed correctly, Mute could take out at least one of the operators that's above the objective to try and slow down this push. But I'm curious to see if that nitro cell is even going to get put into place by Moto. But right now, Void at the advantage of the 5v3 right now with the operators against one another. And now it's a 5v2. Mitch is going to take out Moto, so now that nitro cell is off the board, leaving only 2 more impact grenades between the 2 defenders that are still remaining. This is going to be difficult to clutch here, and we can see that there still isn't a ton of reinforcements put up around this objective. A relatively easy getting into the objective if you're Void, so something that...
Ooh, 3 guns.
Quick
That was the fire in line.
Yeah. We could see Cardrook is the last one remaining here for Team Red Zone, and Cardrook is going to take out Twixu, but that is not going to be enough. Twitch is Twixu taken out, and Mitch is going to. I'm getting mixed up with the names. Man, is it late? Mitch is gonna get the kill there, and Team Void is going to win again. 4-2. We're going into round number 7 though right now, and the sides are actually going to be swapped now. So we're going to see a little bit of defensive action for Team Void and some attacking action for Team Red Zone.
Yeah, it gets a little tiring. I was talking a little bit of pregame before we even started. It gets a little exhausting with, the old way used to be, you would switch every round, but then you could never get like a good meta or get really settled into defending. So they made it so that you do so many defending rounds and so many attack runs back to back. And some of that comes down to, it's better to help strategize, but some of it comes down to fatigue. You're constantly defending, and if you're getting the defending wall broken and you can't catch any footing, it becomes a little redundant to try to come back from it.
I totally agree, and I also remember when
by attackers.
it used to be you would switch positions after every round, and then they went into the ranking system and actually changed it to where it was the first 3 rounds would be what was different, and now we see with Pro League and with this match today, the first 6 rounds are all the same positioning. So I would definitely agree with your stance on this, but now that we have switched sides, Team Red Zone is really going to have to try and figure out the best ways to attack here against Void, who is a very defense-oriented squad, and I really would say that this is their specialty. They're very good at defending, and we saw this in Cafe Dostoevsky last week. Void was a very good defensive team, and we can see that Red Zone really trying to get the rush on. They're all pushing together up this stairwell, which could potentially work out well for everybody, but they're all pushing on one side, and we can still hear Void is still setting up, and they're trying to push up, but Twixu is going to deny that. They're all pushing together. Twixu's going to take out 2, and we're all getting into it really quick.
Oh my goodness, the flashes!
Wholesome is going to take out another few more players, but that's just not going to be enough. And Void is going to win on their first round of defense. What just happened?
I'm so confused, Vincent. Yo, so that was definitely a try to come in, kind of like the Shield Team 6. I definitely see what they were going for. It's kind of like the Shield Team 6. Come in, aggressive, unexpecting, do it quick, and it was just they met the wrong end of the barrel too quick on that staircase.
You had the rush where they all tried to push together, and sometimes that can work out, but I feel like Twixu was really expecting that push as he was able to take out 2 of the Red Zone players very early, and then Ying with the pushback Wholesome really pushing back on that and taking out a couple of the Void players. But again, at that point, the intel, everybody knows exactly where everybody is. And unfortunately, they all just got pinned on that stairwell, and Red Zone,
Defenders,
unfortunately,
protect your
was
bombs from being defused
on the
by
losing
attackers.
end of that round. So now it's 5-2 going into round number 8. And it looks like that Void has decided to go with the first floor in defending.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of looking at the attacking team right now and realizing I think we're gonna have this little bit. I think they're gonna go ahead and try that rush again. You got Finka, you got a shield, you got a flashbang, you got an Ash. I mean, Flores maybe throw a drone in the front line, but I think we're about to see another rush push here, maybe.
I would not be surprised if that ended up being the case. But if you're looking over at Void's lineup, you can see that we have a Legion, we have a Smoke, we have a Frost. All of these very good entry denial operators. So even if Red Zone does decide to do that same rush, it's still going to be that much more challenging to try and actually get in and make it work.
Yeah, it seems like they are gripping. Wall. Didn't realize the wall was there. Yeah, no, they seem like they're coming into the same angle here. Oh, there we go.
Wixu again, another early kill. Experience boost is out, so Finka is now off the board. And now we're starting to see it again. And now Blitz is down, and it looks like he is going to go out with that smoke. So Nova is going to finish off the kill on Moto, and now it's a 3v5 situation for Red Zone.
Oh, run!
Flores with the quality drone placements, and I think Jaeger is trying a different approach here. Klee is going to take out Flores, and now it's a 2v5 situation. Absolute and Jaeger are the only ones left for Red Zone at the moment.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Oh, goodness.
And Absolute is
Free
now
fire
up. So
a
now
little
it's a 1v5 situation. Jaeger is the only ones that's left. His intel has been communicated to everybody else, and his position is definitely known at this point. Now it's just a matter of when they're going to run into each other again. And now, as you can see the pickup option for the diffuser over on the other side of the map. Jaeger is without the diffuser, and we are about ready to run into it really quickly. And
Oh, my goodness.
Missed shots there. Missed shots by the Ash, and Twixu is, whoop, my goodness, what a shot. Twixu is going to get the kill there, and that is another round to Team Void.
Yeah, no, definitely the whipping of the shoulders there to kind of get that shot back on is just insane. You know, I remember you remember when you had the Q and E spam back in the day where everybody's heads were bobbing all over the place. And the leans are still very strong.
Oh, absolutely. And again, Twixu continues to impress with these flicks and these angles. But we can see Team Void now at the match point situation. They have a chance to win this game, and once again beat Red Zone. This time it would be 2-1 though, as again the last game border is going to go to Red Zone, unfortunately due to the unfortunate occurrence of the glitch that had happened in the game.
Bombs.
But it's okay. Red Zone got the win there, but Void is going to try and end this and conclude this series against Red Zone yet again. All they need is one more round to win, and it sure is looking like they're setting up for a big dub at this point.
Bomb located by
Yeah, no,
attackers.
it's been great. It's been fantastic to do this one with you, and just watching these teams go at it. And there has been about a bit of back and forth. You know, the scoreboard doesn't really reflect it, but you know, these teams have definitely been trading back and forth as far as, you know, fragging and tactics. So it's been really good to see how they developed, especially here on this third map. It seems like they were on the upper foot. It's definitely not been an exact wash, but still a good game.
I totally agree with you. Absolutely 100 billion%, dude. This has been a little bit of everything. A lot of competition, a lot of memeing, I mean, like I said, a little bit of everything. It's been really fun to watch, and thank you to everybody who's continued to stay with us and has been watching despite the technical difficulties that have happened throughout tonight's match. But it's still been a lot of fun. For the most part, everything has gone according to plan, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. And we're starting to get into some more gunfights here happening right now. Running in the cigar.
Capitao coming out.
Capitao Jaeger with the Capitao, and he actually has the diffuser right now, and they are up in cigar trying to go from above, taking a page out of Void's book right now.
Yeah, definitely learn from your enemy and take that verticality. You just need to use that master key and open up the floor a little bit there and just not beat the hatch.
4v4 situation as Nomad is now out and Doc is now off the board as well. That's Mitch and Cardrook respectively are now off the board. Still 4v4. We're starting to run into some more gunfights.
Ooh,
and
we got a
Absolute Wholesome
trade!
take out Twixu, but actually, somebody is down. Absolute Wholesome is down. Was able to get the kill. We're gonna run into another one. It's a 2v2 situation. This is definitely a clutchable situation. Absolute is down upstairs, and I think they're gonna try and look for Absolute, who is down. I'm sure that's been communicated to the rest of the team. And Jaeger, I don't know if Jaeger's gonna be able to make it to his teammate. But we're in a 2v2 situation right now. It's going to be a very close finish here.
Yeah, no, definitely this round could go either way right now. Jaeger's got the room and upstairs, and they don't know the current status of that fuse. Oh, we got the down. Oh, is he gonna get him with a flame bolt?
Very smart plays by Capitao. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out for him, though. Nova is just going to scoot away. But we saw that Jaeger's teammate is now out. So we got an interesting approach here, though, with Nova down and his teammate hanging out above him. So will Nova get revived by Lily? Not quite sure. We'll see what happens, but Jaeger has 30 seconds actually on the dot to try and figure something out. He's making his way into the objectives right now. I'm not sure if and actually he's going to take the kill too on Nova.
Oh, there it goes! What a lead! Oh!
Wow, missed shots by Lily and Jaeger with the spray above on the hatch.
Into round 10. Man, we're taking this game in the long run. Woo! Yo, that was
goodness.
I love it. I love that they're coming back with that fire. Literally, Capitao coming out with the firebolt and bringing it back hot. And we're gonna get ready for this next round. Oh, I'm so hyped to see how this goes.
Capitao with the M249, something you don't usually see. Not somebody that is typically chosen from round to round, but it definitely worked out in Jaeger's favor and in Red Zone's favor as they take another round. So now it is 6-3, still match point. Team Void is still defending, but we can start seeing the lineup now and where we're going to go. We're going to go up top, bar and cocktail lounge. The train museum location has been pretty tricky for both of these teams, but I really feel like the defenders that go on this top level, this third floor, really get this third floor location down very well. So I think this is going to be particularly difficult for Red Zone to infiltrate, but it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And you see a very quick stim right there. Lily must have maybe taken some damage before the round even started. But I don't know. This is going to be a very interesting finish. Red Zone is not going out without a fight. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I wish them the best. You know, that top floor is insanely hard to push. As we've seen in this game, where Void has definitely come out and shown the brute force with it. They even them trying to come down from that rooftop is a tricky factor to begin with. So hope that Red Zone can kind of come through and maybe shield Team 6 the stairs again. Who knows?
We're gonna
likely win on this round.
My guess is if we're not going to see the stairwell push, which we probably won't, that did not work out very well in Red Zone's favor. But my guess is that at this point we may actually see quite a bit of skylight action. That's usually the case when people when defenders actually go to this location. Now, he's creeping right up there, right on the other side of the window. So I'm sure that there's some pretty good valve cams that have also been thrown out. And oh my gosh, Absolute Wholesome is going to get Mitch through the window. That may have been accidental. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, are we about to run into each other? Yep, he's behind him. Oh!
Wow. Yeah, that was great.
Gave Klee a pretty big scare there.
Really. And Klee is going to be able to get the trade there. So now we're in a 4v3 situation. Match point. Void has the advantage as far as the operators are concerned, and I don't know how Red Zone is going to be able to approach this now. We have some more skylight action happening. Actually, Jaeger seems to have changed his mind, and we have experience boost. Binka going down from below, and we're gonna see maybe somebody run some more gunfights. The Binka helping out really well, and Twixu and Finka going at it. Experience boost and Twixu both taking a lot of damage. Lily's going to take out
Device
experience
planted.
boost though and finish it off. Cardrook and Jaeger, the last two teammates of Red Zone remaining. It's a 4v2
in
situation
position.
match point. If Team Void wins this round, they win the game. The Nomad going off, denying the entry there, as we saw.
I'm sorry, those are just funny to watch. Mount
No,
just went
everybody
for a
just
flight.
gets blown back. Absolutely. We see Cardrook is actually in the actual objective, and Jaeger is gonna try and maybe swing in here. Not quite sure. He's gonna smoke out the window. Twixu is watching that window, and Jaeger actually swung on in, if I'm not mistaken. So now both of the teammates are now in. Nova trying to get through the floor, and Jaeger and Cardrook working very well together. Twixu and Kligo off the board. They have the objective. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the timing is going to work out super well, as Jaeger actually gets the defuse down, so good for Team Red Zone, and they're
Attackers are
pushing,
activating
making
the
a really big push right now, and Red Zone has planted the diffuser. This is putting a lot more stress here on the defense of Void. Oh my goodness. This is quite a match here. Nova taking out Jaeger, which leaves Cardrook, who's on very little health here, to try and play time at this point. He's going to get flanked from both sides.
Mouse is moving. Nerves are
Oh,
going.
yeah,
Oh,
nerves
they're about
are
to check that
definitely
corner. Oh,
Play by Cardrook on Lily. Void has found the diffuser, and Nova is diffusing, but that is going to do it. What an ending to that
Oh,
final
man.
round.
that was
Team
definitely
Void-
a valiant effort.
Team Void barely takes that last round. Props to Cardrook. He really tried on that one. Unfortunately, just went down at the very end. But Team Void is going to win it 7-3 here on Cafe Dostoyevsky. They are going to win the second set of the series here. And Team Void against Team Red Zone. Final game score 2-1. What a great play here. Just by everybody. What a great game. Great plays all around. Twixu again, top of the leaderboard with 14 kills. Typical, I would say, at this point. We expected that.
Yeah, that's
So-
definitely the Void fragger there.
For sure. Again, props to both of these teams. What a great game from both of these teams. I would say it was much more entertaining this next time around. Red Zone really brought their A game this time, but Team Void just edging by, just getting enough. And again, those strategies that they have put in place were just enough to put them in the lead once again and victorious once again here in the Rainbow Six Siege series. Team Void against Team Red Zone. So props to both of these clubs for playing. We are going to actually go straight to ending here. We're going to skip the whole post game. We're going to skip the interviews. It is pretty late. We've been having the stream go on for quite a while now. But thank you to everybody who has stayed with us despite everything that's been happening. Thank you for tuning in, and we want everybody to continue to be a part of everything that we have going on here. As you can take a look at the calendar that's going to be coming your way, definitely check out the upcoming content that we have in the upcoming games. We have a lot of really fun games still in stock. We have Overwatch, we have Siege still, and we're going to have CS:GO later in the month as well. And you can see our next game is going to be July 12th at 8 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be a rematch between Team Misfits and Team Void. And I wonder if Drift will be on the call, and I'm sure if he is, he'll do an amazing job with that, as he did yesterday and as he did today. So thank you, Drift, for being with me, dude. Really
man.
quick, a really quick recap of what you think all went down tonight and your thoughts on everything.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a fun match to watch. Watching both teams definitely go at it and go back and forth. I did watch the first match between the two teams, and it was definitely something that the Red Zone had to learn from. And they did, and they brought back their A game, especially on a map that they already had faced Void on, and you could see that the retaliation and the feedback from it was definitely showing. It's just that overall the Void had a great push and overall communication and a really big top fraggers. But their team came out in ranks, and Trixu had a lot of tricks up their sleeve for the match, so it definitely worked in their favor.
For sure, dude. Thank you for your input on that. And I would say that this is definitely a making of a great rivalry between these two squads. Much closer games this time around. So it was definitely much more entertaining and fun to watch. And once again, thank you to everybody who has tuned in tonight. Our apologies for the technical difficulties that had happened, but fortunately we were able to resolve them and we were able to actually finish this game up and finish this series up. So thank you all for watching. We really appreciate your participation and just hanging out and watching with us today. It's been a lot of fun. Definitely check out the Discord link if you haven't, !Discord in the Twitch chat. It's also linked in our social media pages and platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Definitely check out everything that we have going on. If you want to be a part of LHYNX Division Gaming League, we are looking for more partners. We are looking for more people to be involved. Definitely reach out to Mahedrian, and he'll get you set up in the Discord server. And we'll keep this going. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you to everybody who has tuned in tonight. Once again, Team Void victorious over Team Red Zone in a pretty exciting 3-match series that has been happening today. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate everything that everybody is doing here, and we really appreciate everybody being a part of what's going on. Again, July 12th, 8 p.m. Central, next game, upcoming match. Check out the schedule for future content we have coming your way. Stay tuned, stay positive. Everybody just enjoy life. It's a lot of fun. We'll be back. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have an awesome rest of your night.
Good night, everybody.
Sorry I kept you waiting forever and a day. But now we're out here together with nothing standing in our way. Can you feel the attraction? Feel the attraction. Can you feel it between us? This energy's inside us like electricity. Feel the love running through when you feel